Welcome to Electric Werecat Truther Network, where we're going to do some wild speculation. This is an open format. Anybody is free to join. Since I'm probably just talking to myself here, my wild speculation might be a little bit different than your wild speculation. My first wild speculation, I'm only the banner is absolutely wrong. I don't even know. I've timed out looking through my phone while I'm trying to stream. So I don't know where I left off, but I was talking about these property record receipts, and they're not right. Or they're mostly right, but we don't have like what's normal for the property record receipt is what is on most of the property record receipts for the search warrant, the items that they took from Richard Allen's house. And they don't say where any of these items are found. There's a couple items that say they were found in the garage, and that's pretty generic and fine. But there's one item. That says exactly where it is found in great detail. And it's very curious. Very, very curious. Why does this one item? How would they know ahead of time to detail exactly where this one item is found? And that one item is this stupid bullet. MC9. And again, we don't have MC1 through MC7. We skipped ahead. That maybe there's a secret search warrant receipt. The MC9 is sealed plastic bag containing 140 caliber Smith & Wesson cartridge found. Oh, where it's found? You don't say where everything else is found. Found in wooden keepsake box on dresser between both closets and master bedroom. That's very, very specific, isn't it? Wow. How would you know ahead of time to detail that in such granular detail? How would you know to do that ahead of time? So the wild speculation here is that Hey, what do you think the wild speculation here is? They planted that bullet. They planted that fucking bullet. They planted that bullet. It's not the only item that they planted, because there's also an empty ammo box. They didn't go into the detail where that was found, but it keys you into what it was. Winchester Supreme Elite hollow points. The exact ammo that the FBI contracts for. That's their ammo. Weird that the FBI doesn't think this bullet is all that important. They know an awful lot about that type of bullet. They literally have the contract for that bullet. Weird that Richard Allen has one of those. He has some cheap blazer ammo in his gun, in his mags, and in his gun. But then there's just this one random bullet. So my wild speculation is they planted it, and they're scared to say that they planted it. Right? They don't even want to bring this up. Like this would be actually a good piece of evidence for the state if they wanted to emphasize it. But it's attached to a lot of questions, right? It's attached to a lot of questions. Like, is that very believable? Is it really believable that this guy just has that one bullet sitting there in his keepsake box? I mean, if it's not believable, don't emphasize it to the jury. Like, you already give them lots of reasons for reasonable doubt. That's my main wild speculation, and it's wild speculation because it's a that's clearly a conspiracy theory where they're gonna plant evidence. Now, I don't even think they want to use it. You know, I think that they rather lean on things that sound way more plausible than going out on that limb, especially if they've got any culpability for having done that. They also took a bunch of pictures of themselves touching the bullet, touching all the stuff in Rick Allen's home, putting their DNA and their fingerprints all over it. So you would never be able to prove that they planted it, right? Right. But it still sounds suspicious. You don't want to tell the jury that, because man, how high do you want their eyebrows to go? I've gotten some compliments on the thumbnails, and I spend less than 5 seconds generating a thumbnail. That's the technology of a quote unquote AI. AI is not real, by the way, folks. It's not a real thing. It's just a algorithmic machine learning. It's not intelligence at all. They do think we're stupid, Digital. They think we're stupid. Well, they don't think we're that stupid because they don't want to mention, like, hey, our best part of our case is that look at this bullet over here and look at this bullet over here, and they're the same bullet. They don't want to say it because they know they planted that fucking bullet there. Speculation again. Speculation. Wild speculation, because you can't prove that they planted the bullet. What are you gonna do? DNA test it? Oh, they already took a picture of themselves putting their DNA on it, so there's no recourse there, even if there was. But they don't want to mention it because it sounds bad. It's a bad story. I don't know what other wild speculation I have. Somebody needs to jump on here with me. Woman doing just the tip. You usually like to talk. obligations, but it's an open format because I'd be curious about what else we can wildly speculate upon. One of the things that, like, you know, Jerry Holman's not a very good investigator, but it was very curious that he decided that it's not my theory that Rick Allen, the guy that did this, parked at the CPS building. That's not my theory. What's your theory? I don't know. Okay, cool, dude. Cool. You're such a good investigator. Come up with your own theory. That's, I don't know. Yeah, we all don't know. You're the fucking investigator, dude. Figure it out. Figure it out. Figure out something. Like, just come up with a hypothesis and test it. Like, it's not that difficult. Think of something and see if that might be the right answer. Nope, not a fucking thought in his head. I don't know where he parked. Okay, cool. Like, sort of important when your key case is saying he parked in a specific place and pretending that you can identify his car being there, but you can't. Why not come up with an alternate theory? These people are just like fighting against themselves poorly. I don't think Libby said that be a gun would make a lot more sense if she said Abby a gun. Chad, anything would make a lot more sense than that be a gun. Tony Liggett's fucking moron. That's not even like English language. That be a gun. Okay, come on, guys. The narrative that we're told, and like what's like can't be understood to be true, is that Liberty German's like an honor student. She's taking like college classes at age 14. Like, she's a smart little girl. That be a gun? Really? Really? That's what they're going to go with. That be a gun. Get the fuck out of here. Like, you're mishearing it. It says something different. It'd be like, I'd really be interested in using like some phonetics analysis, and what might it say besides that would actually make it make sense. I looked at it a little bit, and you know, I mean, I'm just doing random wild speculation. That'll be fun. That be a gun. That'll be fun. That Jeep is gone. Is gone. Is gone. A gun is gone. I heard about a Jeep being there, right? Wasn't there a red Jeep? Didn't somebody say that they parked a red Jeep right around there? That's a witness that's a statement. I don't know if you can tell, like, what is said or what is not said. So, what other wild speculation do we do? Oops, I left you backstage too long. I'm sorry.
It's okay. I just live here.
How's it going?
It's going all right. How are you?
I'm doing okay. You getting into some fights on the Twitter streets?
No, no, no.
No, never.
Not. Some people are very irrelevant.
Very irrelevant. Yes,
Yeah.
correct.
Um. So Andrea said she did not hear that be a gun or like anything to that effect. Really.
Right. I don't think I don't. I don't know if he's just convinced themselves that he's heard that. I mean, this is this is the one of the primary problems with this case is that there's this jump to a conclusion that because you found this bullet here, that it means something.
If they didn't,
It doesn't necessarily mean anything because any one of a bunch of different law enforcement officers or people just walking around there could have dropped it.
if they didn't hear that be a gun or whatever he said, um, they can't tie anyone to the case. Bridge guy doesn't have a face. Um, they already tried it with Ronald and then Keegan, but clearly, or yeah, clearly Keegan's not Bridge guy. So, um,
I don't know that he
I
clearly is
think they
Bridge
needed
guy. I wouldn't rule out anything, you know. Probably not. I
okay,
mean,
if we're going on the basis that there's a person on that bridge and
that's where information begins and ends. There is a person on that bridge. You can't tell anything about that person.
right, but you're trying to tell me that that is Keegan. That's not Keegan.
No, but no, because you're looking at something. You're using your eyeballs.
Right,
Stop. You don't use your eyeballs because the beginning and the end of the information is that there is a person back there. That's the only information that we have.
right.
No idea. Man, woman, height, weight, no clue. No clue. Person,
Keegan
probably.
ain't doing that
Probably.
stuff. And I think they already
Yeah, I mean,
pinpointed
I
that
wouldn't,
Keegan was
I
home.
wouldn't think that either, you know. But we also go by his words, and he says he sat in a jeep, right?
Right.
He didn't say that
But he is a
he didn't
compulsive liar.
admit to a murder. He sure didn't do that.
Right, but he's a compulsive liar.
A lot
Um,
of people are compulsive liars,
right, but he's proven
including many in the media and podcasters and other YouTubers. So there's a lot of compulsive liars.
yeah,
No different than Keegan Klein or maybe Rick Allen but the a lot of compulsive liars. They can't help themselves.
right. But he's like he is an expensive compulsive liar.
Well, I thought it was interesting that they turned up a lot of guns that were waterlogged, right?
Hmm.
Sounds like those were earlier
And they
than they
probably
did.
got lost.
What's that?
They probably got lost, like the 70 days of interviews and the marathon gas station video.
Yeah, so wild speculation point number 2. Like they purposely lost a lot of information.
Mm-hmm.
They purposely destroyed a lot of evidence. I think it's a high bar. I think it's a high bar to have a motivation to do that. I don't think that you just do that for just anybody. You don't do it for Rick Allen. Or are they trying to protect Rick Allen? Like that's what they're trying to basically say. Like, look, this is the guy, but we protected him, but he's actually the guy. Okay, that doesn't make any sense. Like, who are you actually trying to
But
protect?
yeah, they lost the tip. Oh, there's a Richard Allen Whiteman.
Yeah, there's a shit ton of Whitemans in Delphi.
No, he's not in Delphi. God,
I
you
know
don't know
that guy isn't.
anything.
That guy isn't. But like that doesn't like. I mean, that's an example of how information can be conflated. It does that have anything to do with Richard Allen Whiteman? No. Like that tip is not about Richard Allen Whiteman. Could it have been? Yeah, because you can just show it. Like you can show it, but it's not. It's not Right.
Actually,
But
white
there
guys
were
with
a
their
lot of
boyfriends.
white ones, and there was some whitening connections that you might be inclined to hand wave. Patrick Westfall's landlord is whitening. Like, that's kind of
Yeah,
weird. Like, if you're trying to, I don't know who they're trying to protect. I don't know that they're trying to protect Patrick Westfall or Brad Holiner, or who it is. I don't know. The what I would speculate on is that it's a high bar to protect somebody. It's either somebody with power or money. So it's a law enforcement officer, somebody's fucking filthy rich, or it's a child of or a kid of one of those, somebody that has a lot of power or money. It's not that they don't go out of their way and protect people for nothing. There has to be a reason to do it.
uh-oh. All my wives are coming in here.
You got so many wives.
Yeah, I actually don't even know how many I'm at right now.
I'm at 0. So good for you.
I like your meme.
The hammy meme. Yeah, I'm
So good.
very sorry. And no, I mean it did make me laugh.
Yeah, I liked it a lot because that fuck Gary pattern is just amazing.
Gabriel Calderon says, I think there are two different voices. One person saying guys from the end of the bridge, and someone walking up on the girls saying down the hill. I think that's a very reasonable interpretation.
Right. I really just want to see the video.
Yeah, and
They're probably gonna lose it.
this evidence, regardless of whether it being streamed, whether it being televised or put on audio, or you having the transcripts, the evidence that's entered is to be public evidence. It's not okay that they're hiding that. Like, even though it's not televised trial, the nightly news should be able to put that video on their nightly news.
Right.
That's just the way it is. Except here, where they're like, no, we don't want to do that because you'll just do whatever the hell you want to do whenever you want to do it.
Right.
Like that all of this belongs to the public. This is the state of Indiana versus Richard Allen. We are entitled to that access.
Mhm.
Only Judge Gull is pulling every string possible to make that not the reality. And she has some problems, man. She's she's not, like, she doesn't understand the Constitution. She doesn't understand law.
Right.
All she understands is what I say goes.
I do have to say though, I wonder if she's scared, or is this just her?
I mean, you always hope that someone's redeemable. Like, I think one of the biggest things that I've heard throughout this case is that on Saturday morning, Andy Baldwin laid in to Jerry Holman.
Oh, I
He
love
he
that.
he just broad and quartered him, and the judge didn't. The judge didn't stop it. The judge didn't stop it. The judge let him do it. Let him go to work.
Yeah.
I think that's a little bit telling. You know, I don't know if it's a complete sea change, but it's better than nothing because you know
Right.
the the, the clock is tolling.
Yeah, I can't wait till it's their time to shine.
Right. This is a huge thing that a lot of people completely miss. Like this. Oh well, the state hasn't brought up this or this, or the defense hasn't brought up this and this and this. Yeah, they haven't got their turn yet, man. You wait, wait. The Andy Baldwin said, "Wait for us." He said,
Right.
wait for us to tell our side of it." And I think we've gotten some clues from the jury that they're willing to wait. They're already ahead of the game. They're questioning things. They're like, "Hey, what about this? What about that?"
Yeah.
Good on them. Good on them.
That one juror that had to leave or whatever, the alternate, um, I read somewhere that they were actually crying when they left. Like, I don't know if that's because of the family emergency or if it's because they really wanted to stay and see the case through. They still were an alternate, but
I mean, it's a hard situation to put through people through to where like if they do have something come up, can they leave and come back? No, that's not how things work.
right, because you already
Like
been exposed.
they might want to do that, but they can't. You know, so you
Right,
got to make your choice. And today is their family day. Today is the day where this. I didn't think we were going to lose people until after today, where they have a very emotional experience because they've been cut off from their support systems, their families, their friends, and they get to reconnect to them today. And then tomorrow morning, they're pulled away from that again. And are they going to be able to handle it?
well, they have been getting their phones for the past couple nights, it looks like, under supervision. So,
Yeah, that's better. You know, that's definitely better because I feel like you're running a huge risk of really messing with people by taking them away from their support systems. So, like, yeah, it's a good idea to give them some access, even if it's very limited. Like, it's better than nothing because you're really you can't lose very more jurors within 1 week. You lost one. If if you lose one every week, this isn't gonna. You're not gonna have a verdict.
right.
And they lost five in the first 2 days.
Honest to God, though, I feel like that shouldn't have counted against them.
What do you mean counted against them?
Like, so they were picked, and then the people were like, I don't know if I can do it because of X, Y, and Z, things, whatever their situation was, because they were all ruled as health issues.
Yeah, let's get Judge Jessica up here. Click the link, Judge Jessica.
Do we have to repost it? I'll repost it if we need to.
Yeah, no, keep posting it. I'm willing for anybody to come through because I don't really have that much wild speculation. I'm kind of light on the wild speculation. I got a few things, but
I'm the wild speculator.
there's plenty of people that are wild speculators, and I love to hear it. Like
No,
because
you don't, because we tried to talk about wild speculation the other day, and you were shutting me down, brother.
well, this is a different topic. Today's topic wild speculation.
That's it. At that point, we had already hashed through all the things.
I know we've run through a lot of these things a lot of times. There are a few things. I think the planning evidence thing is it's a big wild speculation.
things. So, oh, I was gonna bring up something. Now I forgot. Damn ADD. Hey, Bobs.
Who's Bob's?
Bobs. Dean. He's my Baba.
Hey, Tammy and Dean and Heather. There's a lot of good people in here.
They are
Good.
the good people.
Precocent.
The good people. Anybody wanna hop on? The link is in the chat. Yeah.
People are scared to click the link. I want to get like a pro prosecution person on here.
Oh.
Yeah, because I want to hear some wild speculation. Like
Well, if you do that, that's good for you, and I will moderate quietly because I have nothing nice to say.
I'm just saying, like if you're a pro prosecution person at this point, you gotta be doing the wild speculation world tour, because all the things you thought were gonna come in, oh, they didn't, did they?
Right.
That Nick didn't to say that, oh, this is the evidence I'm going to give you. Oh, he didn't even mention the stuff that I believed that was going to come in. Well, your stuff isn't going to come in. So now what's the wild speculation? Because that's all you're left with.
So
Like,
there was some
you're
talk.
going to have to make up your own stories because the state's not giving you evidence on it.
Right. There was some talk about there being confessions week. Do you think that's going to happen?
Yeah, they're about halfway through their witnesses, and I'm not sure what else they're bringing in other than confession. So I think that they're going to hammer on that for at least several days.
I think that's so gross.
Well, what there's a lot of complaints about what look how terrible the defense is. They're putting out this information. And like it's just not it's not true. Wrong. No, it was all true. Oh, who's putting out the false information?
Right.
61 confessions? Oh, I didn't hear you say 61 confessions in your opening statement, Nick. I didn't hear you fucking say that. I heard you say several. You got several confessions. What happened to the 61, dude?
Yeah, I want
Well,
some
you were plenty
quality.
happy to tell the public that there were 61. Plenty happy. Plenty happy to tell the public there were 61 confessions. Sounds like a lot, right? Oh, you get into court, you're in a little mouse. Little mouse says several. Okay, let's hear the several, because we saw one and it wasn't very good.
I
Because
do like
it
confections,
wasn't a
though.
confession at all. Somebody saying I'm ready to confess is not a confession. That says I'm ready to confess, followed by a confession. Where is it? Where is it? Where is that? I mean, I think we can telegraph where this is going.
Right. Well, and I'd have to say that some of those confessions of the 61, at least 61 confessions, were not like the recording of them didn't look good for them. So they didn't want all of them.
Yeah, and they've got a problem with that because the ones that don't look good for them,
Which is all of them.
well, I'm gonna say the ones that don't look good for you. Who? Like, if you don't want to bring it up, who's allowed to bring it up? The defense is allowed to bring it up. No, the defense is gonna be entering. I wouldn't be surprised if the defense enters more confessions than the state. because
Right.
it's going to make the point. It's going to make the point that these this is the type of thing that we're talking about here. They've cherry picked a couple things.
Right. In that
That
handwritten one.
look at a few more of them that like you will understand that it's not that valuable.
That handwritten one. Whoa.
It's not one. It's not anything. It's not a confession. That does not qualify as a confession in any way, shape, or form.
Right. Well, I was just going to say my 5-year-old nephew writes better than that one.
Yeah, and Rick Allen writes better than that. We've seen Rick Allen write a very comprehensive letter
Mm-hmm.
previously. That wasn't it. I'm like, oh, what changed exactly, and what changed? Like the jury, the state would have really liked to get the stupidest possible jury. I don't think they did. It's hard. It's hard to handpick a jury of all completely brain dead people.
Right. I'm actually very impressed with this jury. I think they're going to be very smart about it.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen some indications that they are likely to that they're thinking ahead. That they're thinking ahead. That they're thinking deeply. That they're not just gonna believe what's told to them. And I think that Andy Baldwin made a compelling case to them. Wait, wait until you hear the defense case. And dude, I think that any reasonable person at this point is clamoring to hear what the defense has to say. Like, okay, I mean this isn't good on the state side. What does the defense have to say?
Right.
Because they've got twice as many witnesses.
Judge Jessica
They want to put on a case.
Judge Jessica put one up, a question. Does everyone think the one is the only killer would know is the box cutter one?
I 100% think that the box cutter is one of the confessions.
Oh yeah.
They've telegraphed that that's what's going to happen. Like this is the whole thing about these people that always thought there was going to be more evidence that comes in. There's all this secret evidence. They're like, no, they tell you ahead of time. And okay, this is one of the things that they told us, so we can assume that is going to be one of the things. And when the medical examiner changes his opinion on the stand without ever telling the defense that he was going to do that, oh, guess what? Like, what do you think's going to happen? Like, that's probably, I don't know what the strongest part of the defense or the state case is. It might very well might be that the medical examiner said box cutter, confession says box cutter. There's your link. Because only the killer would know that.
Yeah.
Technically, a maybe, but like this motherfucker never said it was a box cutter. He never said it was a box cutter. The defense knows he never said it was a box cutter. He told the jury. They told the jury. This guy never said it was a box cutter. He's only saying it's a box cutter right now because of the confession, because of the quote unquote confession.
Right. Uh, Shelly put a couple things. She said how dog serious it really is, especially when it was being given with Prozac. It increases your blood serum levels for Prozac. So you can go into a serotonin syndrome. And then she said, and they have nothing, no evidence. The beautiful thing from Betsy Blair. I have an affinity towards Richard Allen. I think he's beautiful. But I like killers, child killers, right? That's gonna get clipped.
I have no affinity for Richard Allen. You know, I don't know this guy from Adam. That's not what this is about.
I'm just
No,
empathetic or whatever, however you say that.
yeah,
Right?
I mean, he's an everyman. You know, as far as we know,
Right.
we could know more about him, but no one wants to find out more about him. Like, there's great investigative journalists that exist.
Hmm.
People could find out more about Richard Allen. They don't.
Yeah, like wasn't he in the service? I keep hearing this that he was in the
Yeah,
service.
have you not read my pinned tweet?
Of course, you know I have. I'm just joshing on you.
No, I mean, it's very frustrating, and we've heard it. This is what I was told when I approached media outlets with this information. Well, it's not really relevant, right? Like, who cares? Who cares if he's in the military service? How many times have we heard that he's in the military in this trial within 1 week? In the opening statement, it's the beginning of the interrogation with Jerry Holman. Like, you're saying, okay, is it still not important? It's still not important.
It's
Like,
only
it's
important when it helps
vitally
them.
important to understanding this defendant.
It's only important when it helps them.
I mean, this is a state's witness. This is Jerry Holman saying, "Well, I tried to build rapport with him. I drawn on our military backgrounds."
And then lying to them
And you
instantly.
still don't want to, like, say it. Why? It's weird. They're weirdos. They do not want to say that Richard Allen is was in the Army National Guard for a decade.
And was honorably
Yes, he was honorably discharged.
discharged.
Most people are honorably discharged. It's very rare for people to be dishonorably discharged.
Even people who deserve to be dishonorably discharged.
Often, I'd say often. Yeah, most people still get an honorable discharged. You gotta really fuck around to get a dishonorable discharge. It's definitely a black mark.
Yeah.
Like, you
Well,
definitely did something.
the one guy who did Fort Hood, they would not discharge him, and he begged them to discharge him. Instead, they sent him to, like, I think he went to Iraq or something like that, which only radicalized him more.
Well, when you want to talk about these people being radicalized, you know who went to Iraq and Afghanistan.
Not
It
our
wasn't
friend
Richard Allen.
Jerry.
It wasn't Richard Allen.
Not our friend Jerry.
I don't know about Jerry. I don't know what he did. I don't know much about
Oh yeah,
Jerry.
that's
I
right.
don't know about Jerry much about Jerry's military, like, background.
Our,
I don't think he was infantry.
our alternate suspects. Wasn't it Afghanistan?
I know Brad Holder and Patrick Westfall went to Afghanistan,
Yeah.
or maybe it was Iraq. I don't know. Now I'm questioning.
They went that way.
But they were over there.
Yeah.
And
They were over there.
hey, man, a lot
And
of
they're
fucked up stuff happens over there.
exactly, and they're quite radical right now.
Yes, they are literally have both been part of domestic terrorist groups. And probably not the only ones.
No, probably not.
No.
What did Oh yeah, you said you didn't know much about Jerry.
No, I don't know much about Jerry's like military experience. I know he's in the Marines.
Oh, you know he did some fuck shit.
Hmm?
I said you know he did some fuck shit.
No, I was in the Marines and I didn't do anything.
Oh really?
Hmm?
Well, you know he did though.
I don't know that he did.
I know he did.
I don't. I feel like he is like an administrative little nothing.
I think
I don't know.
that
It,
dude's into
it,
torture.
type of thing that would make a good story for a journalist to talk about.
For
Like,
sure.
hell, how relevant is it now? It's extremely relevant. This is how Jerry Holman personally caught the Delphi killer, talking about his military experience and talking about the defendant's military experience. What a great story that would be like, to get into some details and actually say exactly what it's all about. But they're all little mice. They don't want to tell any stories. They just want to sit and wait.
They don't like stories.
They hate stories.
It's realistic. It is realistic. I really want that shirt.
The Matrix one.
Yeah, it's realistic, guys. I would sport that. That's the only way I'd sport his face ever. But on the back, it should say, "You're guilty of something, and I'm going to find out what."
And they didn't find out anything.
Guilty of having a normal reaction to Haldol.
I
Fuck.
mean, it's pretty sick. Like,
It
dude,
is.
like,
And having some
I
weird ass
mean,
doctor.
it's weird. Honestly, Rick Allen is fucking weird. Like, they got nothing on this guy. Like,
Right. You can
you can
usually
pick
dig
a
some shit
random,
up.
you can pick any random American and probably find something on them. This guy, they've got nothing on. That's weird. It's
They
weird.
picked the
Rick
worst
Allen, why are
one.
you so weird? Why are you such a normal guy that's just playing pool and like hanging out with your wife, like just being a dad? Like, like, how are you that weird? Like, you don't have anything. You don't have any like deep dark secrets. Nope, nothing, not a thing. Wow,
Yeah, it's so
that's
weird.
odd.
They like
That's odd.
it's so weird that they like tried to like make stuff like, oh, he was definitely getting pseudified for these guys. He
No,
he,
you don't. No,
he was
that's
smurfing. He was
YouTube
smurfing.
weirdos that say that shit, because you don't hear the state saying it, do you? Because that would be evidence. That would be convincing. That would be circumstantial evidence of like something like, oh, hey, like, let's make the jury think they're like, hey, this is a bad guy. Do they have anything like that? Nope. Zero. Not a single thing. Not a single thing that can they say bad against Richard Allen. They
They
don't have
can't.
it. They don't have it.
Bree said they can't even find out he did a racist tweet in 2010.
Right. Dude, I know. Like, right.
Jeff
I like
Jessica said he went on a ski lift
at
once.
this stage, put your prosecutor hat on. Wouldn't you show the jury anything and everything to help your case? Wouldn't you?
Guys, he put
Where
himself.
where is it? Where
put
is it?
himself there.
Show the racist tweet. Show the racist tweet.
He put himself there.
That would help you. That's going to help you more than anything you got so far. It doesn't exist. Somehow, this guy is like damn near a saint. He has no skeletons in his closet.
DB is a funny guy. Oh, they're saving it, Dean said. Prosecution says they're saving it.
Like, you can only save it for so long, right? Like, you can't enter new evidence in your closing statement. You get the opportunity to put up a closing statement, but you're not entering new evidence there.
This is real life. It's real realistic.
Like, they have to bring in their evidence before that, and then they can reference back to the evidence that they brought in. Or they're not going to just be like, oh, and this 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 without any witnesses on the stand. No, that's not how anything works.
They're probably waiting to get an idea to fix up. Like a racist tweet or something.
The wild speculate. Here's some wild speculation, because there's a fail-safe built into this. You got one juror down. If the state's case isn't going well, you only gotta get rid of 4 more jurors, and you get no verdict. Rick Allen stays in jail. Sure, you flushed $4 million down the toilet, but
oh god,
you probably didn't spend all of it, so you can pocket the rest of that, and then you can charge the public another $4 million when you retry him, right? Like,
in my opinion, that money is
they have get out of jail free card, and they're like, Gull is complicit and like, or even instrumental to being able to make that happen. She can just get rid of a juror anytime she wants. She knows which jurors are pro defense jurors. She watches them write the questions. They hand their questions to her, and she can look at them and be like, "You're a pro defense motherfucker." Like, you just count the numbers. Now, if they're all pro defense, you got a problem, right? But you can also just force the mistrial. And make sure that this just continues.
What did Carbow do?
She vehicular manslaughter, probably times 11.
We know she's guilty of Idaho 4, in my opinion.
She ran over all those motherfuckers.
Oh my god. So Nick definitely spent that money up. That audio place, I think, is a front for his coke dealer, in my opinion.
What?
The audio place, I can't figure out what they're doing. So,
you mean the audio of like the video?
No, remember I was looking at the receipts. Well, not the receipts.
Yeah.
The Excel sheet for the amount.
Name of a company. Don't read too much into that.
It's a front for his drug dealer, in my opinion. This is my opinion. We're wildly speculating.
All right, we're wild
speculating. You said I could do what I want.
Wild speculator.
Sound advice, yes.
Sound advice.
It's more like septum advice.
I don't think there's any. I don't know. I don't think there's all that much there with the receipts.
Oh no, DB said something really bad.
Uh,
I'm scared to give them ideas.
I bet the state is going to drop something that will give the defense no option but to ask for a mistrial. No, the defense. No, see, I mean, I definitely disagree with like a mistrial.
Agrees.
A mistrial is a win for the state because they continue to incarcerate Richard Allen, and they do not have to pay for. They have no consequences for what they've done.
Yeah, I think
That
that's
that
what he's
that that
saying.
that that's a win. It's a huge win. A huge win. That they would be completely. All of them are completely fine with that scenario.
That's what the state finds to carry this bullshit on.
Right.
Except
They,
the
they,
next person who
they would
gets the
love
case.
to. They would love to. I don't even know what the process is like from that point. Like, there's likely to be a requested directed verdict, like when the state rests their case. Like, God, hope you have like enough jurors to make it that far. I my prediction was that like after you got past today, we would lose a juror. Well, we already lost a juror before today. So I'm not like walking that back. I still think we might lose a juror after tonight. It's a hard thing to go through.
They're halfway through it. They gotta just lock
They're not
in.
halfway through it. They're like a quarter of the way through it. We got a long way to go. A long way to go.
I thought it was only a month.
And we've only had a week.
I
We have
said
it was 5 weeks exactly. It was 5 weeks,
six
and
weeks.
we're a week in 1 day, week in 2 days.
6 weeks. 6 business weeks.
No, stop, no, I will ban you from this channel. Do not say that again. It's not a thing. There's no such thing as a business week. There are calendar weeks. That's calendar weeks only. No such thing as a business week.
Somebody confirmed that there's a well, I can't say it, but what we just talked about. I don't want to be banned. If someone else says
I
it.
don't even know how to ban anybody, so it's fine.
If this was Luke's channel, he said he would never ban me.
I want to get a pro prosecution person up here. Where are these people? They're all in hiding, right?
Yeah, they're hiding.
Man, why are they hiding? Like,
Except for that one guy
should
that
they be
I'm not
doing the
mentioning.
lap? We're in the middle of the state's case, right? This should be the victory lap. Oh, all the things that you said are coming true, aren't they? Oh, they're not. Oh, well, I don't know. Do you have something to say about it?
They all work.
They're all quiet. They're all quiet. Where are they?
They don't want to
They
face
they
it.
don't. They're all on Social Security and doing meth. Where are they and what they gotta say? What do they gotta say? Like, I want to hear.
Ballistics is the same as a paternity test. Fight me.
That's it's one of the stupidest things that's like been said in this case. Uh, the the tool mark matching is akin to a paternity test. And then Jerry Holman got just reamed on the stand. I'm like, oh, that's what I thought she said. That's what I understood that it meant. I guess I was wrong. Yeah, no shit, you were wrong, dude. Well, who the fuck would think it's similar to it? A paternity test? You think that like looking at markings is gonna be the same thing as a paternity test? Get the fuck out of here, dude.
I gotta say,
They just cream this guy. Like it's man.
when I just said that, I think that was the first ever you were like at a loss for words.
It's such a silly thing to even like consider. Like it's obviously not a paternity test. And like it's not what the ballistics person said. It's what Jerry Holman thought they said. Jerry
Okay,
Holman thought, oh, I guess I misunderstood and thought it was as accurate as a paternity test. Whoops.
he wanted
That's
to
what
hear
he goes
that.
up on the stand and says, and
He
just like,
wanted to hear that.
really?
He wanted to hear that, and I'll tell you why. It's because he's looking at pregnant teen. What did she do? Thing
I know.
on Facebook.
Do that. Why, Jerry? Why? Why are you and your wife looking at those things on Facebook?
Oh,
Stop it.
his wife isn't looking at it. She was mad. She got mad and told him, now we have a joint Facebook account because you can't stop yourself from looking at naughty stuff.
Well, you know about they say about people with joint Facebook accounts. You know who else has a joint Facebook account?
Oh, the shit, the murders.
Oh, see, you know.
I
Yeah.
don't even pay attention to them people. And I'm
Well, yeah, I mean, everybody knows. Everybody knows. Everybody knows when you got a joint Facebook account. Everybody knows. People, everybody knows. You ain't got no a secret. Everybody knows. Jerry, Kevin, everybody knows. Everybody knows when you got the joint Facebook account.
DB.
Everybody already knows what happened. Everybody knows. Everybody knows what happened. You're not hiding anything. Everybody knows what happened.
DB is dropping these one-liners here. He did
What?
want to hear
Oh,
that.
that's
Why?
such a good one-liner. Elvis Fields, wild speculation.
That's a wild speculation. He wants to know. What do you want to know about Elvis? Why he took that scary ass picture where his face literally looks like a mask?
You ever seen the Elvis Fields photo of him like uh nailing a bra to a post?
I I did see that, and I'm
Yeah.
like very mad at myself for not getting that.
Oh, I've got it.
Okay, you gotta send that to me.
Oh, I've got receipts.
I
I've got
need the
lots
receipts. Give me the
of
receipts.
receipts. Like I don't. It's weird. It's a weird thing for a grown man to do. I don't care.
Right.
I don't care what your IQ is. I don't care. I don't give a shit. It's still fucking weird.
I'm
It's
really
weird.
shook
It's
that he
weird. It's
didn't.
weird to put it on Facebook. Oh, look at this bra that I nailed to a post. That's fucking weird, bro. That's fucking weird. Sick fuck.
I thought there was a picture of Fiend's girlfriend that Elvis took.
Great. Cool, DB. DB is like fight. He wants to fight. He wants to fight you. He wants to fight me.
He's
I
got all
know.
the smoke.
I know some things about DB.
He's got the smoke. DB trying to dunk.
Well, we haven't got any like pro prosecution people on here, and then we haven't got any other guests. Like, it's so disappointing. Like you're fine, but I just want to like get like a.
Yeah, Bean doesn't want to talk to me anymore, guys. So I'm gonna drop the link again.
Well, the title is wild speculation, so we
I think I
have
have
to do
wild
some wild. We need to do
speculating.
some wild speculation,
I
and
think I
we're
do
both
wild.
light on it. I want to get somebody on here that's got some really wild speculation, because we can talk about it and pick it apart.
I speculate. I do speculate. Oh, you know what I want to speculate about?
Yeah,
Kelsey's blog.
I don't know that much about Kelsey's blog. I'm sure I've seen parts of it.
I sent it to you.
Yeah, and I think I've seen that before, but I just don't know where you go with it.
Okay, so she said that was not her. That was not Liberty. It was a friend. But then, oh girl, BP said, yo, she didn't tell me anything about this. I don't know anything about this. So,
yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to make out of that stuff.
I'm trying to give you speculations. And you're just like, yeah, I don't know what to say about it. He confessed 61 times and he put himself on the bridge. Plus, he had a blue Carhartt jacket. Does that feel better, Feed?
No, because the state isn't saying that sort of thing.
I'm the state, and I just said those things.
But you're not the state, and the state didn't say those things. The state said several confessions. But
Him,
they like be real, guys. Just ground yourself for 1 second. Did the state get up there and hold up his fucking jacket and be like, look at his jacket. Here it is. Hold it up in front of the whole fucking court. Did they do that?
we still have some time.
No, they're not going to do that sort of thing because it's useless. Because it doesn't have anything to do with anything. They would never hold up his jacket in a million years.
Why not?
Otherwise, they would just do it. Like that's good evidence. That's good evidence. Hold up the jacket. Hold up the jacket in front of the whole court. Here it is, Carhartt jacket. Hold it up for everybody to see. That's impactful. That would actually have some impact. Do they do that? No.
Why didn't they do it?
Not. Because it's not useful. It'd be malpractice. They'd get ripped to shreds by the defense if they did pull something like that. That's the whole point. All these things aren't things. They aren't things.
Heather said she's sending you a super chat in spirit.
Right. I know. I need to get monetized or something. So like, I'm kidding. It doesn't matter. Dude, there are a million things that the state could do to make a good case. None of those things are happening. Not a single thing. They could say, this bullet matches this bullet. They could say, hey, look at me. I'm holding up this jacket. They don't do that. They don't do any of those things. Because they're useless.
These chatters got some really wild speculations. Like, we got plenty of things to go through here for wild speculations.
Well, read some of them. Tell me which
Okay,
one to highlight or whatever.
so Jenny said
Let's
Chris
talk about
Watts and Barrymore Few are both BG.
it. Oh Jesus! What? Yeah, that's too wild. We need to dial down the. Let's.
Okay, Kelt said, now, don't be surprised if Nick comes in with a motorcycle cover.
Yeah, they're not doing any of those things. They're not going. They're not going to like stand in front of the court and be like, hold things up and show like, hey, this is what we got. So cool. Last
Okay.
thing in the world that's going to happen.
So, true crime scandals and celebrities said Precedent, those kinds of jackets need to be broken in. You can absolutely tell when it's a new Carhartt jacket. His wife would have 900% noticed. Uh, when everyone hears the confession he's done, Overter said it was 100% match and 98% no one else. 2017 missing phone is maybe an issue. Daylight rims and changing height is 100% sign of guilt. Ooh, the fishing license.
This is one of the things that, like, when you hear it, like, it it triggers something, and you know, like it's happened in this case a number of times. Like when you hear them say this, you know that they don't have anything. When I hear them say fishing license, like, you know, there's no evidence. You just know there's no evidence because fishing license is the stupidest thing in the world.
Yeah. Like nobody uses their fishing license for anything.
Yeah, right. It's just a fucking fishing license.
Like I bet you half the people don't
You,
even bring
you
it when
got
they
the
go
fishing.
fishing.
They got the fishing license at Walmart. Probably. Who fucking gives a shit? It doesn't matter. It's not a thing. It's not a thing. like could it have been part of a thing? Sure, but it wasn't. If you show that he changed his height and weight on his fishing license and his passport and his driver's license and something else, like, and you draw all those conclusions, and you're like, oh man, look at this guy. Look at this guy. What's he doing? Yeah, good point. Did you make that point? No. You got like fishing license, and that's it. Get the fuck out of here. Fishing license, the height on the fishing license, really. That's it. Not on a driver's license, not on a passport, not on anything else, just the fishing license.
E. Westmail
Like,
said,
like they're almost starting like like a line of like, here's what we're going to present to you, but then they have nothing. They just continuously have nothing.
that's a fact. And like, does somebody else put your height in? Maybe they put the wrong number. I don't know. I'd be like, dude, you are not 5'4". I'm gonna just put it at 5'6" because I don't think you know how tall you are.
I mean, it's such a nothing thing. Like like I don't have the tape measure to go measure Rick Allen. I'll volunteer to go do it. You want me to go? Want me to grab my tape measure and go measure
What
this
happened to
motherfucker?
measuring
I'll
people
do it.
at the
I'll do
board?
it.
When they
Uh,
take your picture, they
oh,
take your picture in front of the height chart. Why? What happened to that? He's being pictured in front of a white brick wall. I don't like that. What's that about?
right. Well, they don't want you to know
They don't want you to know how
because the
tall he
fuck.
is.
Yeah, exactly. Because the fucks them.
We got cat hair truther. GWAS now.
Yes, who's the cat hair truther? I want to hear talk about
They dug up the cat and will present it to the jury.
People should not dig up these cats. Like, leave the cats alone.
They're resting in peace.
Right.
Rest in peace.
Right, to dig up the cats.
If somebody dug up my cat, I'd kill him. I would kill him.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Don't go creeping in the backyard to dig up my cats. Because you might catch one.
Okay, so I said Nick burned Holman yesterday, and Gull even let Andy take a pass at him. Really doubt Nick is like everything is fine because we got this blue jacket and whatever the fuck Hirschman's idea of a confession is. Oh, there we go.
They're not delivering on this stuff. There's zero delivery on the blue jacket. You take the blue jacket out of evidence and you hold it up in front of everybody in the courtroom.
And then they say, well, did you test it for blood or anything? And they're like, yeah, we did. And there was nothing.
Right. There obviously wasn't anything. Like, obviously there wasn't, because otherwise you would be screaming about it. Because that's what a prosecution case is. You would tell everybody, look, somebody's blood is on here. That's better than anything they've got up to this point. Anybody's blood on a jacket is better than anything they have up to this point.
Spirit Halloween fake blood would be better at this point.
Anything would be better.
Cout said, has no one brought up how slippery hands get when stabbing? How did he do that with a freaking box cutter? Stupid thing to say. It is. Absolutely stupid.
Well, they never said box cutter. Like
Nick said box cutter.
Yeah, but they only said that it was in the past month or two. Like,
he said it.
Nobody has ever previously said box cutter, which is, you have all the information. Like, you can't guess box cutter. You can't guess box cutter until like you're like, well, what are we gonna go with here? Like, one time he said a box cutter, so like, let's just say box cutter. Medical examiner, box cutter? Could it be a box cutter? I don't know. I guess. Maybe. You gonna say that in front of the jury? Sure. Don't tell the defense. Okay. Cool. Like, what a cool system.
Let's see. Oh, and he was on the bridge the same time BG was wearing the same exact clothes. And that's the thing, nobody ever really said he was wearing the same exact clothes. I don't even know if he knows.
Yeah, no. I don't think that he knows. I don't think he knows. I don't think they know. I don't think that they've got like any like grounding piece of information from anything.
The sticks were an undoing.
The sticks were definitely not an undoing. It's a very ridiculous thing to say.
He was caught. Brad Weber caught him trying to do his dirty deed. And he had to go, and he quickly just did his thing and probably almost got caught again.
When did Brad Weber catch him?
I don't know.
No, but when?
When he came home.
Which is when?
I don't know. It's not my story.
I know. Well, a lot of people are very adamant about a 3 p.m. timeline for Brad Weber coming home, which doesn't make any sense.
Oh, Necessary Evil popped in. Hello.
Yeah, Charles, get up here, man. Drop a link.
I dropped a link.
Yeah, let's talk to Charles. I'm curious what Charles thinks about what's going on. Like, Charles is cool. I like Charles.
Judge Jessica said, "Oh, I've been yelling 3:30 everywhere." Here's this loud.
I hear the sirens going and the coyotes go.
As long as you don't hear anybody screaming.
No, sometimes I do. I did the other night.
Okay, see, I don't like that. I don't know what.
Yeah, I mean I don't like it either, but like I don't want to like go get involved.
No DNA on the bodies. BG could have fat from a distance. Raphael. I almost said Rachel. I'm sorry. Raphael Lab. I don't like that. That was a good one.
That I don't appreciate that here on my channel.
What fapping?
Yeah, this is rude.
Ron Logan fat from a distance.
I don't want to know about those things.
On a cell floor. His poor roommate or cell buddy, whatever you call that person. Cellmate.
Yeah, and they called that guy as a witness, right?
Yeah, I don't know what happened with that. Is he? Do we know what his name is? Fapping with cat hair.
I mean, I think we know what his name is. I don't know that we ever heard whether the judge granted that. Yeah, that's fine. You can call those people. I assume that you're allowed. Typically, you're allowed to call your witness.
Oh, Criminal Network's in here.
Oh shit!
I dropped a link. Criminal Network. You want to come up? He's a subscriber. He subbed.
Hold on. We got
Well,
somebody.
hello there.
Charles.
Hello.
How's it going, Charles?
I heard my presence was requested. What's going on with y'all?
Nothing
Not
much.
much. We're just bullshitting, just talking about what's happening.
Right. So, what's everybody talking about? How the bullshit case is going?
I mean, yeah. I mean, what do you think? What do you think of the state case thus far? What do you think about it?
Honestly, I hope to God they have some magical fucking mumbo jumbo they're about to pull out because the state's looking pretty fucking bad so far. In my personal opinion. In fact, I've probably never seen a case look so bad, well, except for Doug Carter's little roll around with the Burger Chef murders.
I don't know who this is. Is this DB or is this a troll?
No, this is DB. How's it going?
We're listening to Charles. Like we
I
value.
told y'all a while ago that
we
fucking.
value Charles, and I want to hear what Charles has to say. Yeah, like
Wow.
like I look at it from both sides and just like I don't think the state case is very good.
I don't think the defense's case is very good either, but I tell you what, they're not.
Well,
Really
we haven't
doing
seen
because-
we haven't seen the defense.
Exactly.
The things work in a chronological order, so.
I told y'all a long time ago that bullet evidence, whatever the fuck they want to call it, was bullshit, and nobody wanted to listen to me. At least nobody on that side.
Yeah, I agree. It's total bullshit.
I may think that motherfucker did it, but I tell you one thing: I'm also going to point out the obvious and ask the obvious questions, no matter what side it is.
Well, what's the obvious question, Charles?
How do I put it? Like I said, that bullet evidence should have never got in there in the first place. The whole original case that was a precedent in the first place had a shitload of other evidence concerning the ballistics and all that they can rely on. In this case, we don't have that. Also, how are you going to fucking test a bullet in a different way and then claim it's matching the fucking marks? But that's not how he did it. He wrapped the gun and the bullet popped out. I'm sorry, they just full of shit. That's all it is.
No,
and
yeah, true.
I don't know.
No, it's a good point, Charles. Like, if you want to do a match, you do the same thing that
You have to do the exact
the
options.
perp did, right? You just cycle around. Does it match? If the answer is no, then your answer is no. If you have to fire it to get a yes, that would be a weird thing. That would be a weird thing to do.
I mean, I would somewhat understand it if the gun misfired, but they're yelling and pleading back and forth that there was a misfire. But, well, I mean, at least then I would kind of get it. But if there was no misfire, then there should be no actually. Yeah, you know,
So what?
most of the evidence that I'm hearing so far.
What conclusions do you draw from what you've seen so far?
Yeah.
We lost woman.
No, I'm right here. Can you hear me? This is some okay somewhere.
DB, is that you? Why are you being weird?
I'm not being weird, dude. You're being weird, dude.
No, I'm not being weird. We're talking about Charles, about gun stuff and bullet stuff. Like you could chime in with some expertise. You know a lot about bullets and guns.
I think the bullet is not a match.
Well, that's what Charles was saying. Like, obviously, it's not a match because
Charles is a smart guy.
you cycle around through his gun, and you look at it, and it's not a match.
Well, they
Which
didn't even show the
is
pictures.
which is what they said in court.
Or I don't believe we have the technology yet to go fucking matching up unspent rounds and shit in the first place. And it's too inconsistent. If the parts on the inside of the gun are loose and everything else, your marks and all that shit's gonna change.
Yeah, no, I mean, I agree with you. Like, I think there's some
No, yeah, totally.
there's potentially something that you could do along those lines, but they're not able to do it. So,
Well, that's why I said they'd be more
but
likely
then
to get.
also, like, hey, I mean, they kind of did do it in this case. They cycled around through his gun, and then they looked at it and they're like, well, it's too faint and it's not a
Close
match.
enough.
No, they didn't say it was close. That's not what they said. They said it's not a match. They said it's too faint. It's not a match. What if we fire it? And then they fired it a bunch of times, and then they're like, finally they got one and be like, what about this one? Hey, remember when I said
Well,
I
it
could
kind of
work?
matches
Remember
too.
when I said I could work magic with a P226? Here it
I
is.
like magic.
Here's my magic. All of a sudden it matches, doesn't it?
And it matches another gun out of the four too.
They didn't go back and test the other guns the same way.
It doesn't.
Oh, for Christ's sake!
Yeah, I mean the dude. It's a flawed premise to me. Like from day one, this is one of the things. Like, I mean, they've caught a lot of criticism for not doing a good investigation.
Yeah, I've been screaming.
No, really.
Yeah, but we know that they put a heavy weight on this bullet that they found.
Well, it's only a 40 caliber. It doesn't weigh that much.
They put a heavy weight on it, and they thought if they can match where that bullet goes to, they would find Bridge Guy.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the huge problem with this premise is that from day one you never knew that this bullet had anything to do with anything.
There's no
Because
DNA.
it could just be a random
you
bullet.
can't even prove it's connected to the crime.
Go back
Yeah.
to bed.
Exactly, Charles. You can't even prove that it's connected to the crime. That's the problem. You can't
It's a
even prove
known
it's
fact that Logan had let people go hunting and shit out there, so it makes no fucking sense why they would rely so much on a bullet that has no connection.
Like people want to say, oh, like, well, that'd be crazy if you hunted a deer with a fucking handgun. People do hunt deer with handguns. They absolutely do. They absolutely do.
They do.
Absolutely do. Like, people are fucking crazy. Like, a deer gets really close to you.
The problem here is
You can
the
pop a
cops should have
deer
stuck to the
anytime you
fucking
want.
basics. If they had just stuck to the fucking basics, this case probably would have been solved in 2018. There wouldn't be any fucking problem.
The bullet isn't basics. The bullet is
Nope.
like way out there. That's not the basics. The basics would be like everything else. And I don't know that they did any of those things. Look at how many guns they've tested.
We're going to leave the stick sitting out there for a fucking month.
They really thought they were going to get somewhere with this bullet.
Wow. The second I heard it, I knew it was bullshit. Fucking ridiculous.
It's not a good line. It's not a good way to go. I don't know why they thought that they were going to get some good information off of this fucking bullet. Like, it's very, very stupid way to go.
You were talking about the same police that left the
it's
sticks.
Obviously the way to go. They told us about all the guns that they brought in, all the 40 cals.
They left the fucking
tested.
sticks
They
sitting out there
really
for a
thought they were going to
fucking
get
month.
somewhere with it. They really
There could have
thought they
been
were gonna get
fiber
somewhere.
evidence. There could have been hairs. There could have been all kinds of shit, but they just left them out there for a fucking month.
Hey, can I say something real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
Go for it, DB.
Hey, so loud and clear. I just want you. Can you just remove the comments so people can see my name?
I can't. Well, I don't know.
Shalom.
Oh, can I? Hello, Dan.
What's up, man?
Dan, what's up, Dan? You fucking Jew. What's up, bro?
I know, dude. We got some.
Hey,
we got
we
the
need to be
dark
like
Israel
sensitive.
hating people as your mods, dude. I love it. I uncovered a dark thing on Twitter today. A woman just doing the tip. She's like fucking Hitler on Twitter, dude. I had fun on that earlier.
No.
Yeah. Go check it out. Everybody, go look at her Twitter.
No, she's fine.
Okay, go ahead.
Already did.
You got two of them in there. You got the old Mars. She hates Jews, and you got her.
Mars, your friend.
No, she don't like me because I'm Jew. I'm a Jew, bro.
You and Mars.
Are we here to talk Chat GPT? Are we here?
Calls.
Are we here to talk Chat GPT, or what are we talking? We talking nuclear?
No, we're talking about wild speculation and what you got.
I don't have any wild speculation. I'm just here to mock, not you, but just in general, all the wild speculation. Well, you start. I'll riff off you. You know I'm good for it. I'll mad lib. We got DB in here.
So what we started.
Hi everybody, I'm in here.
Why are you whispering, diabetes?
Did Charles just dip? Oh no, he's back. Hold on, we got him back.
Connection issues.
I fucking hate StreamYard. Oh my god.
StreamYard sucks.
Oh, Eyes, I'm so glad you're such a kind person. I just don't find disingenuous people to be just don't breed, and thank you for that.
His personality does suck. That's fact.
People might think the same thing about you.
Shut the fuck up, Dan.
All right. Anyways, what's the wild speculation?
Well, my wild.
Really?
Yeah, criminal network. It's me. I get banned.
My wild speculation is a bullet's planted, and then Charles' wild speculation is that
Are we drinking tonight? Do I need to go fire up the Woodford Reserve to get on your level?
They always knew this bullet was bullshit.
How many shots deep are we sliding into this shit?
Do we really even know that the fucking bullet was actually Richard Allen's? Let's just be honest here. Come on.
What
There's
is bullet?
Not
We
only
don't
do
know.
we not know that, we
We
don't
just
know
don't know.
that bullet has to do anything with the crime.
Exactly on top of that.
What is
It's a
bullet?
known hunting area. This isn't the Avengers, jackass.
You know,
Who is
Fiend and
bullet?
DB, you both know I think the fucking forensic stuff with the bullet's stupid. Everybody knows that.
It's
I'm
garbage, man.
unabashed with how much I think that is stupid.
Yeah,
I've had people griping at me
Dan,
about.
Dan, why are you shilling? Why are you shilling?
I'm not shilling. Shilling
You do
means
shill.
I make
You do
money,
shill.
right? I don't make
No,
any money.
no, that's not what it
I have
means.
no gain. I have no gain.
That's not what it means.
Do I have to
No.
look it up? Do I have to chat GPT for you?
No.
Come
I'm
on,
saying,
come on.
Dan, are you okay?
why are you taking a
Dan,
position?
are you okay, dude?
Why are you taking a position?
I
Why you
don't.
bummed
I
out,
just.
bro?
You do
Do what?
take.
Why are you whispering?
You're taking a position,
My mom's
but
sleeping next to me in the waterbed.
go ahead.
Is she pregnant again? You need to go
here-
get that taken
Yeah.
care of, DB.
Here's your platform.
Why are you talking shit?
Why are you
Don't
not
talk to me
talking
that
shit?
way. I'm sorry.
Dan,
My
You're just
Jewishness
sorry.
bothering
You
you?
don't get,
give
you
the
don't get
floor
to
to
call
Dan. I want
people
to hear what Dan has to
anti-Semite.
I
say
just
of
did.
how he's supporting his
If
platform.
you can't spell it, you can't say it.
I believe it's spelled IT. It. Am I right?
Did I
got
call
the
you a
floor,
name?
All right.
Dan. Go
Since
ahead.
my phone died. No, it didn't. Good. Okay. Sorry. What was the question before I
Dan,
was interrupted by the one that hates
give
Israel?
anything that supports your
Give me
position.
anything that supports anything you say, because
No,
we're both on the same playing field.
No. I'm saying
That's called a logical fallacy.
Oh, he says big words like me, and
No,
I
they're
like
actually
DB. We
only
both
3
got to
syllables.
stop reading thesauruses, because guess what? You're gonna trigger an old friend of ours.
You illiterate motherfuckers.
You use the big words because you think it makes you sound smart,
Sorry,
but
hard
it's
candy.
not.
Jesus was a Jew too, so if you hate Jews, you probably hate Jesus too. Hate to tell you. Sorry, I didn't mean to spoil that one. He observed Passover, not Christmas.
Get the fuck out of here.
Anyways, what were you asking? Before
Dan,
someone
give
menstruated all over your panel.
that supports your position. Like, go ahead, say something.
Which opinion? Give me one.
Something.
I believe we agree on some things, but you gotta give me a for instance, and I'll go for it.
No. Go ahead and say anything that is going to be meaningful.
I think the only thing I do is argue about stupid points that are made. If you pay attention, and I wasn't in case you didn't catch on Twitter, I wasn't calling you stupid about the stuff about the serial numbers. I told you I'd get in contact with them.
No, because I'm not stupid. Because it's
I know
very
you're not
obvious.
stupid. I know you're not stupid.
You were the one that gave the answer. You dumb fuck. you gave the answer. You know
What
it's
answer?
1999. You know it's 1999.
Right, but it wasn't
You want to
confirmed.
pretend that it's not. You want to
no.
pretend that it's not. Why?
That's
why
the
do you want to pretend that it's
misunderstanding,
not?
Fiend. That's the
Why do you want to
misunderstanding.
pretend that it's not?
Children, calm down.
Sloosy Goosey said it was 2001. So I was trying to get the record so we could actually get the actual number.
I don't care what anybody else says. I don't care about what you said.
I wasn't arguing with you.
You gave the right answer, but you're pretending that that's not.
I was
not
just
the right
trying
answer.
to get an official answer, my friend. You know that.
You know it's 1999. You can look at it. You can look at it and you know it's 1999.
Right. The king sleuth of them all said it was 2001. That's what my point was. People
I don't care
understand
about what
it.
anybody else says, dude.
You're putting the information out. I told you I'd reach out to the manufacturer and get the actual thing. That's all I said.
You don't need to do that. You can just look.
Oh yeah, we don't need the actual information.
That it's 1999, just like you said. Hey, I looked at it. It's 1999.
You hear that? We don't need facts. I wanted to give you
know
facts.
It's 1999. Why would you pretend that it's not 1999?
I didn't pretend that it wasn't. I agreed with you.
No, you're like, oh yeah. No, I don't know.
How many shots are you deep? I gotta catch up, dude.
I take catch up. 0 shots.
4 beers. How many beers? Because I've had one Happy Dad Death Row Records grape. Shout out to my sponsor. They don't pay me anything, and I appreciate it.
So you know that the firearms expert was lying on the stand when she said, "I have no idea.
Fiend,
I
we're
have
in
no
agree. You know we're
idea.
in agreement about all that stuff, right? Like
I
we
have
don't have
no
to
idea
argue this
this
stuff.
this gun was manufactured based off the serial number."
If she said that,
Because
all she had to do was reach out to 6 Hour.
I know, we all
Hey,
know. We can
all
just
she
look
had
at it.
to all she had to do was reach out to 6 Hour. It tells you in their fucking Q&A on their website. Reach out to 6 Hour, they'll let you know, so you can get
Right.
it.
Yeah. So you
That's
know
why I
that
said we weren't arguing about that. I just said
the firearms expert is a liar. The
I don't
state's
like the
star
firearms
witness is a
evidence, bruh.
liar.
I don't like the firearms evidence at all. You know that. That's why I
But
said we don't even have to argue about it. We're in
don't say
agreement.
that you just don't know. Say that she's a liar.
I don't know what she said, but if she said that,
She
then
said
yes.
that.
If she said that, then
She
yes. But
said
I
that.
also think
Right.
everything
If
that
she
she
said that,
testifies to,
then
she's
if
brainless
she
and
said
she's a
that, then
fucking.
yes. So you're agreeing, Dan.
I did
You're
agree
agreeing
with
that
you.
she's a liar. She's
Does that mean Richard Allen didn't
the
brutally murder
state
2
star
little girls? No.
the state's star witness. They have to bring a witness that says
I
that.
think the worst witness for Richard Allen is his own fucking words that he said, dude, and his own
Well,
actions,
we
his
haven't
own
heard that, Dan.
implications of.
We haven't heard that, Dan.
We've heard inferences of what he has said and weird shit he's done, and I'm not the prosecutor or the jury. I just think the dude's guilty.
I know. So you think that's enough evidence?
No, fuck no, I'm not convicting him. I'm just an idiot on the internet like you. I don't have to be the fucking jury. I can say whatever I want. You know what? Hey, Richard Allen and Kathy, sue me for defamation. I don't give a shit.
What are you even saying, Dan? I mean,
I'm saying that I
you seem to
personally
say
think
that
he's fucking guilty. I don't
state
have a secret
star
answer.
witness is a liar, and that.
And you and I have been friends for months, and I've told you that I don't like the bullet evidence. It shouldn't even been used in the fucking trial. I don't like it. Indiana's weird, and it allows that shit.
They don't have more than that. Where
well,
are
they got
we
his
in the
car.
case?
They've got fucking him
The
running his
car,
mouth. Him being
Dan,
weird. His wife with this
the car.
incongruent
Do you
stories.
think that's still Dan? Stop. What? Do you think car evidence is coming in at this point?
I don't know what car evidence you're referring to. I just meant the fact that the car is on camera, or a car is on camera. That's why I said I'm the wrong guy to go, I know the secrets. I don't know the secrets. I just think the dude's guilty. So if you pick me from that aspect, maybe you can be less.
You think he's guilty?
Yeah, but I'm not. Hey, I'm not holding a gun to his head.
What is that? What have
Am
you
I standing out here protesting?
Dan, stop. What have you seen that makes you think that? Help us.
Every other person.
Oh my
and this
God!
Is let me go back to something I've said with everybody. If you wanted to present an alternate person, find me somebody that makes sense. I've not seen a single person right now that can be implicated in it. That's where I'm at.
But that's not how the legal system works,
I know,
my
and
friend.
I'm not Nick McClelland. And I've also said if they fuck up the case, guess what? He's going to walk. I've never said that he wouldn't.
And
I
he
think
probably
personally,
is going to walk.
I think personally, the guy's probably guilty. That's. I could tease you guys, who I assume are friends.
Based on what, Dan? Exactly? Like what?
Based on the little things I've seen, and the fact that he
What
confessed
are
to
the
be
what are
there,
the
he
little
fits in the timeline, he fits in all that stuff where no one else does. DP
How do
doesn't,
you
Ron Logan
timeline?
doesn't,
What are you?
all the other people
No.
don't fit into anything.
Man, I'm not even a
Mystery.
lawyer, and I could have
You're
picked
mentioning
apart
a lot
this
of
entire
other names.
case.
Let's talk about Richard Allen. Like what connects him to this crime?
What should I mix my fucking Woodford Reserve with? Do you think of Dr. Pepper?
I mean, if that's all you got, I guess.
That's all I got.
God.
I don't even have beer. I'm out. Sorry, you have to bear with me for a second. I gotta get on your level. No, I'm not the advocate. That's why I keep telling you guys. I just like teasing all you guys, and everybody gets too butthurt about it. Because if you guys have really good points, you wouldn't get angry and storm off or block people. You would just fucking say, "This is the fact."
Have I ever blocked you, Dan?
And you don't. I know
have
you
I ever
don't.
blocked you, Dan?
No. I was just commending you on that earlier because people are really no. We both have the same philosophy on that shit. No, sorry, I didn't mean to imply that you would. I'm just the wrong. I think I'm the wrong person to argue for that side. I'm just at a point right now where I'm observing, and I'm taking the whole just sit back and watch, and I'm picking on people.
Any person is the right person. You are the right person, or Charles is the right person. Like, go ahead. Like,
what are you talking about?
Anybody can say.
No. What are you talking about?
It's convincing at this point. Like that. Like, I would like to be convinced.
I'm teetering on it, dude. I need to see more. All I've heard is inferences of the defense doing a bad job. If we don't see more, my friend, he walks. Have you ever heard me say that the dude's guaranteed to go down? No, I don't think you have.
When we have a timeline from people like O.J. Simpson and Casey Anthony, anything is possible.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess for anybody in the chat, if you don't realize, I just listen to people, and I want to see what people think. And I'm a troll. I have fun with it. You guys get mad. I'm
Just
virtually
because you
never
have
mad.
warts on your nuts doesn't make you a troll.
I don't have warts on my nuts yet. Not enough truck stop visits.
Yeah, I feel like Dan is the one getting mad about things more than
I know, right?
I'm
Because
sitting
he talks
here
more than
playing.
anybody else put together.
Well, I'm also 4 cups of coffee deep and playing Resident Evil 4 and getting my ass kicked.
Excuses.
Anyways.
No, Dan has he's like a cuckold for the troll farm. He wants to be a member so badly.
No, I do not. Fuck the troll farm.
Lies.
I'll say that for the record. Fuck the troll farm. Fuck the knot.
Has come a far way.
You guys realize that I have fucking bombasted them probably more than most of the people that are on the not side of it. I call them troll farm because I think
Charles is exactly where I've been the entire time. Nobody
think
listened to me back then. That's the only difference. Now some motherfuckers want to pay attention. Jeez.
Yes, I do like Mark Robert Cohen, Mar. He's a friend of mine. Sorry that you're anti-Semitic. But he's a friend of mine.
He's also a liar, you know, Dan.
Okay.
Don't even get me started on that. I'm surprised nobody's gone through their lives and like, nah, I'll just shut up.
I think if we went through everybody's lives.
Hello, Peggy.
I think if we went through everybody's lives, you'd find out that everyone's wrong about everything.
It's full of shit.
Laughing.
Yes.
I've been laughing the entire time.
Well, technically,
all of
mine's
you people
still
that
right.
Are quote unquote. Well, when you're so ambiguous and vague about your predictions, it's hard to be wrong.
Yeah. I mean, the predictions I made a long ass time ago, they're still correct.
Nostradamus is right twice a day.
Dan, that's disingenuous because
what is?
Mark Cohen is very specific about the things that he's predicting, and he's wrong about all of them.
Oh, Law and Order Amber says being anti-genocide isn't anti-Semitic. Well, I get Holocaust denying vague vibes from some.
I think we need more genocide in this world. Actually, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
No, Charles. No, Jeff. And you're completely misreading her comment.
I'm completely what?
You're completely misreading her comment.
Is Fiend a Jew?
Let me read it again.
I don't know. Is Fiend a Jew?
I don't know. You read some pro-Palestinian people's tweets, and you might find out that they want to kind of they might want to kind of genocide all the
Jew in you.
All the Israelis.
Is anti-Semitic.
And just let me tell you this, guys. Anybody that's commenting on this Semitic thing, I'm biased. If you don't see what's on my avatar photo,
Bro, we know you suck dick.
I'll
You
be
don't have
right
to tell
back.
us.
Hold.
If you don't see that,
What's up, Paradox?
I don't care
Hey.
about Palestine.
Well, you should care about
I got birthright.
yeah, because you're not.
I care about.
you
Yeah,
don't
it's like
care about
America. I'm an
things.
America first
You
person
don't-
too.
Yeah, you don't care about human beings and human lives.
That's
Children.
not true. That's not true.
Children. That's what you're trying to say.
Oh, Israeli children don't matter that Hamas bombs either.
No, that's not what it said, right?
No, but that's kind of what you were saying because
No,
I
it's
don't
not
support
not
Palestinians.
anything
That I don't care about.
Like what it said.
That I don't care about kids because I don't support Palestine, but I support Israel, who's had kids and all kinds of people killed by Hamas.
Hey, can you all just fuck already
You're
and
picking and
get past
choosing the
this?
children that are blown to bits, dude.
You don't think any Israeli children were blown to bits either?
I'm not saying that, dude.
Well, it's the same thing. It's
No,
just which,
it's not the
just
same
which
thing because you're the only one fucking saying it.
Well, your
I'm
chat,
not saying that.
your chat. I know you're not. Your chat kind of likes getting on the old. I said it earlier on Twitter. There's kind of a lot of anti-Semites in the pro Richard Allen crowd.
They're not fucking dude. You're more anti-Semite than 99.9% of anybody else, dude. You are.
I am.
You are. You.
I'm an anti-Semite.
Yes, more
Not
than
sure that's possible.
People. More than most of these people, dude.
That's new. That's new to me.
It shouldn't be. It's very obvious. It's that obvious to everybody else.
How is that obvious? Enlighten me.
How is it obvious? Because of the shit you say.
That's anti-Semitic to be pro-Israel?
Yeah, you say a lot of anti-Semitic shit, dude. You do.
Oh, I say a lot of offensive. I say a lot of offensive shit.
It's not.
A lot of
not
offensive
the other people.
shit.
It's not the other people. It's you. Like you're the one.
Yeah, I'm the problem.
You are the problem.
Oh
you're
my god, I love deflection. I can say rude things without being an anti. It is self-defeating for me to be an anti-Semite.
Shit, dude.
Like what? Like what?
You said a
like
bunch
what?
of shit, dude.
Like what? One, for instance, my brother. Give me one. You're saying I say it a lot. What did I say?
Anybody can go look. Anybody can go look.
Go? Nope. That you cited it. You say it. I'm an anti-Semite today, so let's go. That's not true. Torso, you should watch your mouth. It's my son's birthday tomorrow, and I spent the whole day with my kid, and I spend every day with my kid. So shut your mouth. Go cry and menstruate somewhere else. No one cares. God, please unblock me. Why is Dan block me? And then all you do is cry. Jesus God. There you go, right there, buddy. There's Marar. Why don't you pull that one up, homie? There's some anti-Semitic in your chat right there. Pull that one up, Bean.
Oh no!
Pull it up. Pull it up.
You
pull it up.
That's your friend that you.
That's not my friend, Fiend.
That's not
my friend.
No, hey, Dan.
Was my friend, yes.
That's my
was
friend.
past tense. That's a past tense.
Call me with Mar.
Yes, past tense. We were friends.
Yeah, you did.
Period. And I knew she was an anti-Semite then.
She's probably not. You are.
No.
You're more the anti-Semite than any of these.
You say this, but you have no.
Maybe
facts
people
to back
just
that
get
up.
really hateful when they're around y'all.
Yeah, I would like to hear you cite. I'd like to hear you cite this because you're telling me how anti-Semitic I am. Just one. You give me one. Waiting.
Yeah. Hey.
What?
Dan, shut the fuck up.
That's right.
Yeah. How about you make your profile name Bear Jew?
Do you know what the Bear Jew is, Fiend?
I do. Yeah.
He's a Nazi killing
From a
fucking
movie.
Jew from a movie.
Yeah, and
I'm anti-Nazi.
That's not the
And you know that.
The definition.
The reality is what I decide the definitions are. What the definitions are. Okay, ChatGPT says you're racist. You're racist. You're anti-Semitic. Come on, keep going. Cite some more. What's
wasn't the bear
what's
Polish?
my profile? What's my profile photo? Right here. What's my avatar, buddy?
Nobody cares, dude.
There's anti-Semitism. I'm waiting.
You're very irrelevant, dude.
That's fine. I've never claimed to be relevant.
Yeah, you are.
Oh, he wants you to get me off, Fiend. How would you do it with your?
If y'all would just stop editing yourselves already? Seriously.
Four Pits wants you to get me off. How would you do it? Oh my. That's a very homoerotic comment, Mr. Four Pits. I don't think Fiend is a homosexual.
I'm not.
I didn't
Hey,
think so.
$20 is
But he is
$20,
handsome.
bro. No, I'm letting Dan talk, but like he doesn't have anything.
I have nothing to say. You were gonna ask me questions. What?
That's what I'm hearing. I'm hearing a lot being said, but nothing coming out.
Dan is free to say anything at all, and he can't.
I don't have a message, Fiend. You know this.
Exactly. Well, then
I'm not a fucking propagandist.
Exactly.
You called me a shill. I'm not a shill. I just have an opinion.
You are a shill.
No, I have an opinion.
No, you don't.
A shill would mean I have someone to represent. I think the dude's probably fucking guilty. I don't have anyone telling me to say that. I don't have a group.
Hey, give us the reason for your opinion.
Based on him fitting, him admitting he's there, everything falling into place. And we could disagree on that, and that's fine. But that's my opinion. I'm not fucking telling you have to believe what I believe. Oh, now I'm a bitch by all eyes. Yeah. No, I just like pushing people's buttons in general because I'm a fucking troll. Jesus God. Have a sense of humor.
I've been reading these comments.
Well, there we go.
And it's kind of funny.
No, that's what I'm doing. I'm just reading the comments.
Oh, you got rid of them? That's fine, dude. Take care, Fiend.
Well, I mean, we can only go so far.
I'm fine with that.
He runs his mouth a lot. He doesn't have any useful to say. Like,
here's my issue.
I don't even care. Like, you can be pro prosecution, you can be pro state, you can be pro Richard Allen is guilty. Like, give me something.
Hey, Fiend.
That guy's just gonna run his mouth.
Of course, that's what Dan does.
Exactly.
And him and I disagree on like most things when it comes to this
like
case.
Everything.
All right. But here's the thing. I was actually like muted from your timed out from your chat. And all I wanted to say is a few things. So I don't know.
Okay. Well, I don't
have
control over that, so
yeah, just a little upsetting. But
okay. Well, I apologize.
It's fine, Fiend.
I wouldn't block you or mute you.
Fiend, you can make it up to him by giving him some feet pics.
I'm not doing anything.
No, come on.
No, I do think Dan is logical. Luis
can say what he wants to say.
No, I'm not even here to argue with anybody. I came in and like, hey, what the fuck is this, Fiend?
No, we're just talking about shit. Like,
yeah, I know.
Like, we're just free thinking.
Yeah, that's why I'm concerned why I was timed out. It's fine though.
All right. Well, I have no control over that.
Yeah, I know.
Fucking mods.
You told me that. Yeah, no, fucking mods. That's exactly.
Yeah, right. God, man.
Yeah. So how's your night going, Fiend?
I mean, we're okay. I mean, just hanging, waiting for tomorrow.
Yeah. It'll be interesting.
I think that we're likely in the latter stages of the state's case. There's no evidence coming in except for the quote unquote confession stuff, and we're gonna hear some shit.
Well, I still want to hear if there's anything going on with the tracks.
I think it's fair to assume that this is going to be the strongest pillar of their case because all of their other pillars were not strong at all.
There might be something left, but I'm not putting too much faith in it, to be honest.
Charles, I don't think there's going to be other things other than
Okay, so who's Paul is a question there. I believe he's a YouTuber. Goes by the domain. But anyways, what I'm thinking in the
The
next
domain? That's stupid.
domain. I don't fucking recall.
That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard of.
That's fine. You can call it dumb.
So live.
Well, here's what I was gonna ask, Iffy. You really think the state has built a case so far, at all?
The state? No. I think it's really bad.
Yeah, I kind of agree with you.
I'd be willing. I am 1,000,000% willing to. I was really expecting to hear some sort of a case.
Yeah, me too. And I actually thought he did it before the state even started their case. So
there isn't one.
I still think there could be, and I think people are focusing on this fucking bullet, which I wish they wouldn't. I think I can cuss on your panel. I can cuss on your panel, right? Oh.
Fuck no, you can't.
All right.
Paradox. What do you think the case? You think there's going to be more things than the confessions that are evidentiary that are brought?
Well, hell, I've heard 3 confessions so far, right, Fiend? We've heard it doesn't matter. It's all over when he was sitting with the Liggett in the car.
Would I rule that a confession at all?
No, I wouldn't either.
It's an incriminating statement.
Yeah, and I've gotten pissed off at people about saying that.
Exactly.
Including a good friend of mine, which doesn't speak to me anymore, Skip. I fucking corrected him on that so many times. Because it's like, I love Skip, dude. He's a good dude.
I mess with people. That's what I do.
I know. But here's the thing, like, I just don't see how he can be found guilty with what they have.
I don't.
Right, and the problem is that it's not only this weak defense. It's not only this weak state case that is brought against him. They're gonna arrest, and then the defense is gonna put on a case.
Yeah, and I've actually spoken to quite a few people, obviously, about this case, and what I've seen, kind of like people get in their little fucking corners. I've always kind of flip-flopped, just based off of like, because I can change my opinion based off information I have, unlike some people. Oh, I'm sorry, this is annoying. Woman doing just a tip. I love your name. Anyways, but you know what I'm thinking though.
It's a very low bar for me to be convinced that Richard Allen is involved in this. It's a low bar.
Well, but
where is anything even approaching that low bar? It doesn't exist. It doesn't exist.
Well, he lied. He's lied a lot, right? Or misrepresented.
Where do you think that he lied about something?
Lying isn't evidence.
No. Go ahead and detail that for me, because I'm not.
So the first time he. Okay, so and I'm not saying he lied. He may have misrepresented facts. That's what I'm saying. That's I actually corrected myself.
No, but which part?
Okay, let's go into what was his first statement? When was he there? From what time to what time? And his first statement that he wrote.
We don't know.
It was actually
1:30 to 4.
Well, it was 12 to 1:30.
Something like that.
No,
yeah.
you both got it wrong. So like in the tip narrative, it says 1:30 to 3:30, and then when they interviewed him 5 years later, he said 12 to 1:30.
Yes,
but like,
thank you.
Which part of this do we know and can fact check? Zero part of it.
We can't fact check shit. Because that's what I'm saying.
It's deleted. It's destroyed evidence.
Well, the tip isn't destroyed, and his statement later on isn't.
He lied, but we don't know that he lied. So you're guessing that he lied.
No, I didn't say he lied either. I said he misrepresented facts.
How is he misrepresenting it?
Well, his times changed. His times changed. Right? Am I incorrect?
But we don't know that.
We do know that.
No, we don't know that.
Yes, we do.
We don't know that
because Kathy fucking found the damn tip. It was in a paper format. They still have it. It wasn't deleted.
No, nothing's deleted. There's dude.
Well, 70 days of fucking
there's no deleted tip. The tip was always in the Ryan.
I know.
FBI or Ryan database. It's never deleted. I don't know what it says. until you put it in front of our face. Like, what does it say?
Kathy, see, that's why I haven't seen it yet. But what was represented on that tip is that he was there between X amount of time and X amount of time, and then later on,
they say he lied, not he lied. You're saying he lied.
I didn't say he lied. I said misrepresented facts.
No, you're saying, yeah, exactly. You're saying he misrepresented things.
Mm-hmm.
Did he misrepresent
and here,
things, or
look,
did they misrepresent things?
You know, I think he's
Which one is it? Which
Fiend.
did
I
they
think he's fucking
did
innocent.
they
So
misrepresent
don't
things,
get
or
so
did
fucking
he
mad at me.
misrepresent things? Who misrepresented things?
So far, the state's kind of fucked this case up, don't you think?
Yes.
And then, so now we have, like, he wrote it, or what was his name? Doolin, I believe, wrote this down after that bridge guy photo was released. Am I correct about this so far? Okay. and then he comes forward and he says he is there between. It was up there. They do have the original tip. Peggy, you and I both we may disagree on that. That's fine. They do.
Have it, but we haven't seen it.
Right. We haven't seen it. But that doesn't mean it doesn't exist. I mean, if it didn't exist, fucking defense. The defense would have brought it up.
Put your thinking cap on here. Like, wouldn't it be a good point for the state? Like, but couldn't they win some karma by showing it and saying, look right here. This is where he was there.
Why wouldn't the defense go
they
against?
Can't do that.
Yeah. See, we're this was probably agreed upon evidence that we're not privy to. All right, Fiend. Just like what's coming up next.
We're at the trial, Paradox. We're at the trial.
Yeah, but you agree upon this shit, what you will allow in or will not allow in. Beforehand, we've seen a lot of these fucking motions. You can't.
Yeah, but we didn't see that. There's nothing.
No, we didn't, because they probably both agreed on it.
So you think that
they didn't fucking object to it? Okay, no, they didn't fucking object to it, right? Fiend, can we agree on that? The defense did not object to that, did they?
Why would the defense object to it? They can't provide anything. They have no receipts.
Well, neither apparently does the state. So yeah, that's something.
No. I'm saying the state doesn't have the receipts. We haven't seen.
Right.
We haven't seen the. Dude, you're jumping so far ahead. You're jumping so far ahead. We have not seen the defense's case. Period.
No, of course we haven't, and we won't until the state's is done, and then they get to rebuttal that.
Yeah. So hey, put your thinking cap on, and what kinds of things would the state like to be able to show to prove their case? Wouldn't they like to show these types of things?
They wouldn't. They didn't object to it.
What do you mean they didn't? What does that mean?
It's now facts and evidence, is what I'm saying. Sorry, Charles. Am I putting you to bed?
No.
What I'm saying is the defense had a chance to object to this that the state's putting up, and they didn't. So therefore, it's probably truthful that this tip existed. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying he fucking did anything wrong. I didn't say that. But this tip probably does exist. Or it did exist at one time.
He called in himself?
Yeah.
Yes, that tip does exist, but I don't think that's in question at all.
Okay, and then later on in 2022, when he was re-interviewed, his time frame changed when he was there, did it not?
We don't know because there's no proof of anything.
Really?
Technically, we don't know if that's actually what he told Doolin. We can only go by Doolin's word on that. And honestly, he's not
that.
Best credible-wise.
Did the defense object?
And do they show you something that shows that?
But did they object to it? Did the defense say, "Hey, show proof"? No, they didn't, because it happened.
No, that's true too.
They would have objected. They would have objected to both of them if they were wrong.
No.
Yes, they would have.
You've got like some imaginary authoritarianism that, like, oh, I know what people will do in any sort of situation. Like, you don't.
How am I wrong here? I don't understand what the issue is. Like, they didn't fucking object. And I'm not even on the damn defense team or the prosecute. I don't give a fuck.
Maybe it does that. Who knows, dude? It might say that.
They would have objected.
Hey, they have to weigh their own case. Like, don't pretend that, like, dramatic elements don't weigh into the defense case. I believe me, dude. Dramatic elements weigh highly in the defense case. They would very much like to say, remember when they said he said he was there from 1:30 to 3:30?
Right.
Well, here this is.
Well, yeah, no,
because
that's
impactful. It's impactful. It's convincing.
Right. No, I get where you're going with.
So you don't know until like they could have proved it. They could have proved it. They could have just shown it. They could have shown, here it is.
Absolutely.
Here it is on a piece of paper. Slam it down. Boom. Boom. 1:30 to 3:30. Gotcha, motherfucker. Did they do that? Did they do that?
No.
Hell no, they didn't fucking do that because they don't got it. They would do that. Wouldn't they do that? Wouldn't they prove their case? Why aren't they proving their case, Paradox? Why aren't they proving their case?
No, they're doing a terrible job. I'll agree with you on that.
Well, but why? Why aren't they proving their case?
I think they are.
It's because they don't have it. It's because they don't have it. If they had it, they would prove it.
So you think he's factually innocent?
Technically, he is innocent.
Well, yeah, he is factually innocent.
No, he's constitutionally innocent. Yeah. I'm very skeptical that he could possibly be factually guilty without there being any evidence of that.
I definitely think there's quite a bit of proof that does say that there is a good possible chance this man is involved in the murders. But the fact is, I have not seen any evidence whatsoever that is going to convict him. So.
Hey, Dan.
Fiend, you just mentioned something that I was kind of talking about the whole time. About being constant. No, I'm not. I fucking love Fiend. He knows that. That's the only reason I'm here. Fucking whatever.
Right.
Come on,
but that's the thing. I feel like, from the little bits that I've perceived, and it could be wrong, I don't care if anybody agrees. I think the dude might fucking killed those two, and I don't think they have the evidence to prove it. I've said it offline. Yeah. I haven't been online because people like 4Pits and Prof want to threaten my fucking kids and my family. I don't appreciate it. That's why I haven't been online, not because I'm scared of fucking talking. That's the fucking reason. Want to mention my job, want to fucking talk about my kids, want to threaten my fiance's nursing school. That's the reason, people, not because I've never messed with those guys. I just have a difference in opinion. I don't get paid by the Patties. I don't get paid by Mark Cohen. I don't fucking have any allegiances to anyone. Just letting people know. For the record.
Thanks, Dan.
I spend more on...
He's a lot to deal with. So,
I swear to God.
My channel, my rules.
If you put him in a voice call with Gambies, oh Lord, you will not get a word in edgewise.
Oh, I love that. Everybody knows that.
I love both of them, man. But
yeah,
all the fucking time, yeah.
But he's a good dude, and he does ask some questions that people need to think about. He just said what he fucking thought here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but he's wrong.
Well, yeah, that's your opinion.
No, but he's also so like he's wrong about everything.
Nah, I don't agree with that, Fiend. That's fine.
Well, no, I'll I mean, I'll guarantee that that is true.
Well, my point is, what happens if there's a next? And that's what we need to worry about. But
Yeah.
not
What
in the
if
way
there's
that
a what?
Greeno is talking. Next. This isn't the kind of crime that you just start and then don't ever do again. This is the kind of crime that literally becomes a chain of things that you want to end up doing later on
A
again.
serial killer kind of shit, and I always thought it
Mm-hmm.
was, and that's why I actually like initially never thought Richard Allen was a dude, and then I did, and then I didn't, and then I did, and I flip flopped, and I'll admit that. But here's my issue with this case:
He
like
didn't really do that.
I did. I'm saying I flip flopped on my own thinking. That's what I'm saying.
Well, I'm not even talking about Richard Allen in general at all when I talk about this kind of crime. I'm literally saying that whoever may have done this crime isn't going to stop. Once they're free and in the clear again, you're going to see more victims start
But
popping up again.
Charles, come on, dude. Come on.
It's
Did
a sexual crime that he
Richard
took
Allen
trophies.
serial kill a bunch of people after this crime?
Did I not literally just say I'm not even speaking of Richard Allen? I'm talking about
Yeah,
the actual crime.
Charles just said like
Whoever
whoever did
committed
this.
it.
Right. So not Richard Allen.
But yeah,
It's just a sexual crime that was premeditated, organized, and on top of that, he took trophies. Whoever he may be. This is very bad
Maybe.
shit.
Who knows, dude? I don't think we know that whether somebody took trophies.
He took something.
I don't think
Well,
we
for
know that.
whatever reason, it might
We
have
don't.
had some
We don't. It's
DNA
not
on
something
it.
we
It
know
might have
about it.
many different reasons. But he definitely, and for all we know, whoever it was could have took a picture, a video, all kinds of different things.
Yeah, but we don't know that.
We don't.
we don't.
No.
Nobody's
Nope.
saying we know anything. I definitely don't know shit. But here, and I forgot more than I remembered. The Percosin said the state's theory of the crime scene seems highly flawed based on the information that has come out and their explanation. I agree. That's the problem,
The
right?
fucking state's stupid.
The state has absolutely fucked this case up beyond all repair, and they'll never be able to fix it.
The only one that
Well,
did worse than the state is the
why
fucking
is that?
cops.
Why is that? If it's Richard Allen, like they have every opportunity to have lots of evidence against Richard Allen.
You would fucking think, right?
Yes, I would fucking think, dude. Yes, that
Yeah, see,
exactly.
that's why I agree. That's why I flip back and forth here. And like, as of right now, I think probably he could be guilty, but I don't think there's enough. I couldn't sit in a damn jury box and say he's guilty. I mean, I'm not a juror. Okay.
And you can't rely on those fucking confessions because technically they were taken under duress and possibly while he was drugged. I'm sorry. I'm
Right,
just gonna put it out
Charles.
there.
Right, Charles. You're 100
You can't
million
rely on those
right.
things.
You can't. That and this is the last leg of their entire case. They didn't show you anything. They're
Nope,
gonna tell
I
you.
ain't
They're
seen
gonna tell you
shit.
about the confessions. They're gonna tell you about
Hmm.
the confessions, and
Well, they've been slowly letting me
everybody knows what Charles knows, that they could have been coerced.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we do. I think we know
Most of
three
the
confessions.
details he could
We
have.
do, don't we? We have but they're not really confessions. They're incriminating statements.
Incriminating
He never
statements,
fucking
yes.
said that he did this shit. He never fucking
Nope.
said that. As far as I know, as of right now, I don't have like a magic
Dude,
little book.
like when they lie to you, believe that they're lying to you. Like they said 61.
Or 63 or whatever.
What does Nick say in his opening statement? Does he say 61?
I
No.
thought I don't remember what he said.
He says quote unquote several. Several.
Yeah.
That's their entire case. Their entire case is several.
Well, and I'm gonna read another.
Dude said several incriminating things, and that's our entire case. He already said it. He said it.
And Peggio said, and that's why they needed the confession, and they tortured the man. And actually, it is torture according to the UN when you put somebody in solitary confinement for this long. It is torture.
It's absolutely torture.
And I agree with that. But I just want you to think that the timeline on either side just isn't matching up. We still have unknown people at that fucking bridge. The poofy hair, that young dude. Who the fuck is that? Right? Who is that? I'm asking. I don't know. I don't have the answers. We still have that. We still have what's her name, Sarah, saying that she didn't really see quote unquote Richard Allen on the side of the road. Her statements were not consistent over the years. Again, I'm not saying she's lying. I'm just saying they seem to have not been consistent.
Witness testimony is usually garbage.
It's fucking, yes, it is, but it still has the same damn weight as this bullshit science that they're doing on the gun, and that's what Dan was saying. Like, it is a junk fucking science.
Mm-hmm. The bullets shit.
Yeah,
The
and just
witnesses
leave
are
it
meh.
out. Like, don't even look at the damn bullet. Look at the
The
fucking
timeline
statement.
is touchy.
Yeah, it is. It is. But don't even look at the bullet. Look at the timeline. Oh, HCC is in here. Good to see you again,
But
Fernando.
there's nothing I've seen evidentiary-wise that would point to more than one suspect being at the scene, even down to the way the
Really?
victims were drugged. Yeah, the marks on the victims themselves prove that only one person was doing that.
Yeah,
It would.
I'm not.
Yeah, I think there's lots more evidence that multiple people did this than one person.
I
He took
disagree.
so many risks that the
Well,
girls could have
whoever.
gotten away. I said he. I didn't name anybody or anything like that. I'm
Yeah.
assuming it's a male. That's all I'm doing, basically.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just
Well,
wanted to make sure
But
you weren't factually saying
Charles,
Faraday when you say he.
so
You're
that
not meaning RA,
Charles,
right?
what is that assumption based on?
But look at the crime itself. There were so many different times during the crime that if the girls had just made one different decision, they might have gotten away. And Alan, but he, I apologize. He,
Charles, stop. There
mm,
is female hair entangled in one of the victim's fingers.
That was Abby's, I thought.
mhm.
It is, but
You mean
Charles takes that information
that's
and says
similar to
as
Libby's family members?
female equals male. Female equals male. Why, Charles? Why does female equal male?
For one, we don't
Why does
know.
female equal male? Like, that doesn't
We
make
don't
sense.
know what the hair involves at all, man.
No, we don't. But it's more than what you're going off of.
Mm.
You're saying blind guess versus female hair, proven, an actual
Oh, well.
documented fact.
So
Like,
did a female fall?
we have to go off of
The
like the
witnesses
actual
say it
evidence
was
at
a
some
male.
point. At some point, we have to go off of actual evidence.
The
Female
witnesses
hair
say it's a
in
male.
the victim's fingers. Why does female equal male? That doesn't make sense. That doesn't
Do
make
you
sense,
think a
Charles.
female can actually move the victims like that? Do you think a
That's a
female
good
would actually
question.
look like a male like that?
And we don't
I
have
mean,
no
I'm going
unknown
by the
data on
What
the
are you
evidence.
damn
talking about, dude?
bridge.
Like moving the bodies around.
Well,
That's entirely yes. I would give a much
You
higher
were
weight.
just saying
I would give much
evidence
higher weight to two
wise.
people versus one person. I'm not saying whether they're males or females. I'm just
You
saying
were just saying by evidence, man.
the number. I'm just saying the number one versus two, because you grab arms and legs, and that's all there is to it.
all right. There's
I'm not
one
thinking.
comment.
I'm not thinking about whether they're men or female.
Just real quick, I'm gonna jump in here. DB, Para, have you changed your perspective since you're just on criminalities? Yeah, of course, my perspective changes every day. Like, my thoughts change every day. It goes with what's been presented and what hasn't been. And I think everybody should do that. I don't think that's a bad thing to do. I don't see any issue with that at all. And I'm just waiting for the trial. I mean, I'm glad I'm not part of the jury or juror pool or anything. Like, well, obviously it's not a pool anymore, but
Well, I mean, you should. How do I put it? You can have an opinion on something, but if you're actually going to be on the jury itself, you got to do a whole different system and only rely on the evidence and all that other stuff. So
Absolutely, 100% there, Charles.
that's
You
why I tell
fucking
people,
nailed it.
I'm like, I can give you my opinion, but if I was a juror, that'd be a whole different matter.
Okay, and Prokostin said the hair is a female relative of Libby's. I don't know if we know that. Did they
It's
get
a
it tested?
possible. Yeah, it's possible. I think they are
Okay.
trying to test it now.
Yeah, that's
Which
what I
makes no
thought.
sense. Why did they waste 20 grand on genetic
Because
genealogy when they could
a
have just
dude did
asked the
this.
family? But it was obviously a guy.
Oh.
I mean, sure, the
Yeah, a
witnesses
dude did
don't
this.
know who they're. Yeah, the witnesses may not be able to describe him very well, but I think they can tell he's a guy.
I'm pretty sure, but
Do we
people
have
can
Anthony
disagree.
Greeno?
You
We have
have
Greeno.
Anthony
Looks like.
Greeno.
Greeno, hey, how's it going, bro?
It's a Greeno.
You know what, man? I figured I would come on here and talk a little bit about whatever you guys are talking about. Who all's in the chat here? Who all's on the panel?
We've got
Paradox is being.
Paradox, and
Necessary
we got Charles.
Yes.
All right, unnecessary evil. All right, gotcha. And Paradox. Okay, I don't think I've ever talked to Paradox
Prokostin,
before.
I have talked to you actually. Greeno,
Have we?
I have. Yeah.
Well, awesome.
I've only talked a little bit of shit about you, all right?
You know what? If you haven't, then you haven't been around long enough.
Right.
Okay, so they did not test the family. Prokostin saying they didn't test the hair against the family members. Is that what you're fucking saying?
But
I'm
they
kind of
wasted 20
confused.
grand on genetic genealogy. What the hell?
Yeah.
I'm kind of confused
I would
here.
say, yeah, they did. They did not test it against the family until like a few days ago, I guess. But they did test it to find out like what kind of profile it shows.
Right.
You know, because that's how they knew it was like a relative or whatever, or female hair.
Don't talk shit about the people in the panel, please. Like, honestly.
What?
Dan,
Will you have respect for the people in the panel, please?
Oh, if
and
they're talking
everybody in
about
the
me,
chat.
oh well.
Yeah, they were, but it's fine. Out of curiosity, I'll just read the fucking comment. You still have your jail tablet?
Yep. Yep. You know what's? Yeah, I know. So you know what's funny is like, so that's all like just a crock of shit that I basically played out. I mean, because they're not going to find a mugshot, they're not going to find any pictures, no fingerprints. Man, I literally walked in there and got a brownie and left.
Was it actually a good brownie? Like, was it good?
Huh?
Fuck
Hell yeah,
yeah,
that
hell
motherfucker was
yeah.
good, dude. It was
Oh,
fresh,
nice.
warm.
Good. I'll be right back, all right?
I gotcha. I need to join the chat. I think it wants me to log in real quick. I'll be right back if it cuts me out.
Yes. All right.
George W. Bush is trying to in the chat.
Really?
Yeah,
He did yet?
weird.
He needs to paint me a picture, man. I heard he's good at that shit. But yeah, no, I don't personally think that there was a group involved and they did this and they did that. No, it just seems like one person's there. They did too many different things. Like he went back to make sure nobody was coming. Then he proceeded to come back around and make sure he didn't get caught. The girls at any given time could have pushed his ass off the bridge. They could have ran around him. They could have done a million different things. But they proceeded to comply because they figured it was the easiest way to stay safe. But people don't seem to understand you should never go with a person that is pointing a gun at you because you probably won't ever leave that
That's an
second.
extremely important point, Charles, for anybody that's listening, or just like, hey, anybody that's listening and what you tell to other people, you do not comply with somebody that
Never.
pulls a gun on you. You run, you fight, you have a way
Get
better
shot.
you have a way better chance of getting like someone taking a shot at you. Way better.
Way better.
Way better scenario than going into submission.
But it also, I think, it depends on how far away you are from the person when they pull the gun, right? If you're up close, and
it doesn't.
Drino,
It doesn't matter. You do not nobody ever should let themselves be taken into custody.
But
like,
but
they basically.
I don't know, man. I mean, I would seem to think that if the cops walked in and pulled a gun on somebody right now, that they would submit real quick.
Well, the cops isn't the.
Well, they're cops.
Yeah, but still, I mean,
we're
they're
talking
just
about unsubs.
Well, yeah, if someone walks in with a machine gun to a room full of people and they pull it out and they say, if anybody moves, this is going off. I bet nobody moves. Unless you're close enough to where you could move. If you're 20 feet back, you're fucked.
Yeah, no, it is compelling, you know, having a gun pulled on you is compelling, but like you're, you know, in the wild, you have a way better survival chance of running rather than letting yourself be taken hostage.
Yeah, actually, I was going to speak on that for just 1 second, if people don't mind. There's a particular individual I know. They have a podcast, and they speak about the second location and how like it's a bad fucking idea to get yourself put into a position where you go to a second location. Your best survival chances at that first one, the initial encounter.
Yeah, but we don't expect children to know that type of thing.
No.
So,
well, no, we don't.
We're not going to blame children for not knowing that, but it is an important thing to know for anybody. Everybody should know that.
That's kind of something else that bothers me too.
You don't blame a child for not knowing.
Oh, no.
That's the best thing to do.
Not at all.
So what else is your guys' thoughts, man? I mean, what do you guys think that's going on?
I think the state's case is shit, and I think he's guilty, and it concerns me that we're going to let a fucking guilty man walk free.
You know what? So there's a lot more still to come, apparently. This
I
week
know.
The Confessions is coming out, apparently, is what they said on Saturday.
Green, do you think
the confessions they got while he was under duress and drugged?
Yeah, but they ruled it's not.
Just saying.
They ruled that wasn't the case.
They did say that, and they'll come in, and that's
real
fine.
touchy, man.
Yeah, it is.
Plus, the dude sat in isolation for over a year by that time.
Okay, yeah, but still, I've seen people
I'm
be
just
in
saying
isolation.
it's touchy, man.
I know, but I mean, like, why would you say you did that if you really didn't do that at all?
And let's call them what they are. They're not confessions. I keep meaning to correct myself on that myself. Statements. We haven't heard it. We have not heard a single fucking confession. All right.
Just some of the statements that he said, like during the interrogation.
We read one.
Which one?
The one where he said he shot the girls in the back.
The letter to the warden.
Oh no, he wrote a thing and said that. So
he's ready to confess.
Yeah, that he was ready to go. And he gave an interview, and he sat down and gave a police interview. They said that's going to be played this week.
Oh, you think so? We've heard a lot of things about things that are going.
What I want to hear.
So.
I want to hear
his attorneys
details that nobody knows.
Yeah, exactly. That's a confession. Shit that nobody else would know. Heather Brown said innocent people confess all the time for many reasons.
They do.
That is very fucking true, and it's another concern of mine. And
I want to hear some details that nobody fucking knows, but the person that Bridge guy basically.
Charles, give me one example of what that could be.
Well, you got to think. It's got to be something.
Like you
how he killed him.
Wide open imagination.
The interruption.
What is the one thing that somebody could know?
The interruption. If he was actually interrupted by Brad Weber's pulling down the private drive, why would anybody else know that?
Corroborate that?
Yeah, but I'm sure they have Brad Weber's testimony that he drove down the road.
You know what? You're right. That would be compelling.
And it's not going to be something that's in his paperwork either.
Yeah, because it's
so
not like
that's
Brad
actually
Weber
pretty damning.
It's not like Brad Weber called it. Because if Richard Allen said, you know what? If they know that the Bridge Guy video, right, because they're saying he's Bridge Guy. So if they know the Bridge Guy video was taken at 2:13, then they know like at 2:20, all of a sudden.
Because of.
Yeah, Brad Weber says, "Oh, I was getting home around. I looked at the clock and it was 2:22 or something. You know, then it would prove that."
We'll see. Yes, Greeno, correct. That would be a thing. But like, what have we all heard?
Well, we haven't seen it all. That's the
what
thing.
time does Brad Weber come out?
Oh,
I don't know, but
what
he
have we
comes
heard?
out, I think, this week.
What have
So
we
he'll be
heard?
testifying.
What we've heard is 3 p.m. Not 2:20.
yeah.
2:20 would make a lot of sense. Yeah,
to be
sure
fair,
would.
The point is,
I'll give it to you. Like if that's the story you're wanting to go with, that would make some sense. But
Here's a question for Greeno.
how would he
So
know about the white van if he wasn't there? That's all I'm saying. It doesn't matter what time. It doesn't matter none of that.
Before this gets buried, I do want to ask this question real quick for Greeno. I do apologize, Charles. Question for
No,
Greeno.
you're good.
Sure.
What do you think of the Betsy Blair testimony and the car?
So, I mean, I don't think it's that much of a difference because, I mean, I do think that she's wrong on the car not being there because Baldwin said that, but I wouldn't say necessarily she thought it was a different car, but also I thought it was a different car too, a different color car. So I wouldn't know like specifically how to name like a car model and stuff because I'm not real familiar with cars that well. So the only thing I would say would be like I called it as a red car and facing the opposite direction on looks like what to be pulled off on the side of the road, which would have been the Hoosier Harvest store. So I mean, I think Terry Wilson got the car wrong. He said it was a black or a purple PT Cruiser or a black SUV type vehicle. You know, I mean, everybody's accounts for the same thing are different, but they all showed the same thing at the same place, just different accounts of it.
Right.
So I mean, like to me, it's the same because you don't always remember. Just like the three girls, they walked by a dude. One said she thought he had on black. One said he had on blue. I mean, like to test that theory with like people that you know, and just walk by a group of people one day and then stop and say, "Hey, I got a question. What were those people wearing right there that just walked by us?" And see what they say because most time people don't get it right.
That's not a fair representation of what happened because it's very easy to walk past somebody and like I don't remember, but I remember they were taller than me.
Yeah, true.
But
if we go into the trial, though, Pete,
they do remember that the guy that they walked past was taller than them. So it's not Richard Allen. It's somebody.
Well, we don't know.
It's somebody.
If I remember right, the tallest girl was about 5'4" in Allen.
I don't know. Richard Allen said he saw the same girl.
2 people that are 5'7".
Yeah, but Richard Allen said he saw
would have been
right
around 5'7" too.
They both said that the guy that they walked past was taller than them, and one of them pegged them right at 5'10". That's not fucking Richard Allen.
All right.
That doesn't mean that he's not involved. That's not what it means. That means that's not him. That's not him.
Well, he said he saw those girls at the same time.
And why didn't they show him the witnesses like a six-pack
They
and
saw
shit?
3 girls, two children that were being babysat by a taller
chick. Yeah. Follow-up question here.
So, like, I don't know what that means. Like, it could be complete lie. It could be
here's the way we have to look at it.
But
here's the way we have to look at
those people.
Give me one
here's
second.
The way we
all
have
right,
to look,
Greeno,
we have to look
I
at
have
it from
a follow-up question for you, and I'm still gonna just talk over you. But so if they didn't identify him, then that's not evidence of guilt to me. Question mark, DB.
No, if they haven't said exactly. So if anybody's listened to anything I've said here recently, I went in this with an open mind from like, okay, let's just stop everything that I know so far and go on from day one of trial and watch as it unfolds and base my opinions from that as if I've new on the case, right? And I've done that. And I look at this and what I've said as of a week now, the only thing compelling that I've seen has been the I think to me the bullet testimony is compelling to say how it can link, but I think that Saturday's interrogations and that has made me seem like okay, I could see it swaying towards more guilty for me now based on some of the things that he did and said, but I'm not 100% there yet. So I stopped, and I do think he's guilty outside of the. But I went into this and said, until I see that evidence, I'll say this is my new conclusion.
Fiend, I have two more questions, or one question
let's ask a question for Greeno, because
yeah,
I think people are curious and they want to know, like, Greeno, what are you up to, man?
Yeah.
Oh, not a whole lot.
Hiding out.
Yeah. No, man. Honestly, I just set my stuff down here.
You were at court, but
huh?
I'm guessing you're not now, right?
What?
Where are your jeans, Reno?
No, shut up.
I'm sorry, I had to say it. I had to.
Somebody had it.
I'm just messing with him. I'm just messing with him.
Well, I don't know, man. You know what? I would want those back, but I can't get them back from Michael.
We're asking some basic questions.
Right.
Like Greeno, like, you know, you decided to attend court, and then you decided to not attend court, right?
What do you mean? No, I go to court. Just about every day.
You're still going to court?
Yeah, I was just there. I'm just setting my stuff down at the courthouse right now. Yeah, I was in court on Saturday. If I'm not in court, I have someone that goes into court for me, so I can film stuff during the day, like go around and film Delphi. And I've been going to the bridge with people for interviews and stuff like that. So yeah, so my stuff's. I'm actually just setting my chair down here at the courthouse. Marv's here. There's a few other ladies here. I'm number 14 today.
Oh shit,
you're late, brother.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm going into court, man. I've definitely, because I wanted to be able to tell people, like, okay, this is what I saw in court. You know what I mean? And if I didn't see it, then, you can listen to someone who has seen it. Or, that way I'm not, like, speculating or guessing going through other people and guessing on it. You know what I mean?
Right. No, that's one irritating thing I've been having an issue with is, like, I'll read the same testimony that's been written even by, like, reporters or, news agencies, and they're different. And it's been pissing me off. And then when I talked to somebody the other day that was actually in the damn courtroom, they gave me a whole different perspective of what's been going on. And I'm not saying it's anybody's lying. I am just saying we all have biases, and that's fine. I'm not ready to blow Greeno. Sorry.
Yeah. People say if you go to court, but your memory is not reliable. But I think that when I'm, but I'm also around 8 other people, attorneys like what's her name, Lawyer Lee, Andrea Burkhart. Everybody's sitting right there. Bob Mata sits in front of me, right in front of me. Kathy Allen sits next to him. I mean, it's kind of like we've all got our place. Becky sits over to the left. Anna and her family kind of sit in a group together on the furthest side on the left. There's a lot of cool. Susan Hendricks is there. She's lots of times in line right there near me, or somewhere right around maybe like 16th, 17th in line usually. Barbara McDonald. Everybody's here. I mean, everybody's here. It's interesting to see all this play out like this.
Actually, we need to address a little elephant in the room here, Greeno.
Run it.
Are you still gonna quote unquote kill RA if he's acquitted?
You know what? They asked me about that the other day.
Okay. What'd you say?
Who asked you about that?
The sheriffs.
Oh, the sheriff.
Yeah, because people had called it in.
It's a threat.
Okay.
So
well,
you know what they said?
Yeah.
You know what they said? They said, we're not worried about that. That's exactly what they said.
Do you regret any of your threats?
Oh,
or would you like?
They said you're full of shit.
No, they just said they don't give a fuck.
Okay.
They don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? They're like, look, we don't give a fuck.
Yeah, because I remember reading that about you. And
I mean, it's not like I said that to him, so it's not a direct threat.
It's a little bit concerning.
Yeah,
well,
you
know what?
Greeno, it is.
Yeah, well, they may have said that too, but that's all. That's all I'm going to say about it. Is they know exactly what's up because people had called them, and I talked to them.
Greeno, like
what?
You're not going to do that, right?
Of course not.
Yeah, it was an empty threat. I hope. I sure hope that was an empty threat.
Why would you ask that? Because that would be premeditation.
Probably. Oh yeah. You know what? If I did something like that, I would gladly stand there and be like, "Yeah, I did that." Of course.
Okay. All eyes. Let's see on the answer question.
Oh, okay, Matt.
No, well. It seems like from what I'm hearing Greeno say is that he's a little bit more open than what he said in the past, if you don't know, you don't know, right?
Yep. You know what? You're right, though. I would say that, I have been more open than I have in the past. And it's just, why not be? You know what I mean? This is the very end. I'm ready to see this close out. It's just a long time for people here. It's changed a lot. This whole community's changed. I mean, dude, you go out to the bridge now, you know how many people you see out there? You see,
No,
I saw
every
like,
time I go to the bridge, I don't see a single soul.
no,
I don't
okay.
either.
So, to the last couple days, there has been like just probably 100 people out there every day. And I'm
Oh
not
yeah.
joking. Like today I went, and there was
Now
like,
there's people out there, sure. Now there, but like
now there is,
every
but
time,
there's more now that this trial
nobody.
is going on.
I'd be
You know what I
worried about a
mean?
copycat at this point.
Yeah, me too. I'm
There's
actually worried
so
about
many
that,
cops.
Charles. Well, copycat, not like a cop, but a copycat
Yeah,
killing
a
like of
copycat
this.
is
It
somebody,
really fucking concerns me, Charles.
Greeno, I need to talk to you, man. Do not try to make people like walk onto the bridge if they want to walk on the bridge.
Dude, you know what? Hey,
Do not do that.
she's
Don't
happy.
do that.
She's happy about it. You know how
No,
many people
she's
I've got
not
to overcome
happy
that
about
fear?
it.
You know how many people I've got to overcome that fear? A lot. Just by getting them to finally just do it. And they're happy. They don't regret it. But I'm strict. I know I'm stern when it comes to it. I'm like, look, you got to overcome it.
Greeno, can I ask you a question? Why didn't you just like take your phone in your hand and jump over the?
Because I'm afraid to drop it, man. Because you got to hold on really tight right there.
I know.
Oh my god.
I don't want to fall. I don't want to fall.
When the first time I went over that I did drop my phone.
That's why I don't want to do that. I made a mistake once to drop something.
Put it in your pocket. Yeah, there's an
No,
option.
you
Alright.
can't. You can't put it in your pocket, man, because it'll
You
fall out.
can.
This has been said 3 times now, so I'm gonna say it in no context really. It seems like people think the state wants you to kill this motherfucker if he's acquitted.
No, don't do it.
Yeah,
Well, that's what they
I'm
say.
pretty sure they don't want that to happen.
No,
I don't know.
they don't.
No,
Nobody wants that. Nobody wants that.
nobody wants that. Yeah, I don't even want that.
Yeah,
I
You know what I
wouldn't
mean?
say.
Like, look,
I'm
I
sure
don't
some
want to fuck with the
psychos
state.
out there wanting it.
Oh yeah, I agree with you there, Charles. I was like,
There's, you know what? Yeah, and that's the weird thing. But like, the dude, he's fucking gonna get whatever he gets anyway. You know what I mean? Like by whoever he gets it from.
it's
Whoever,
not from
Karma's a
us.
bitch.
he's
If
gonna
he
get
did
it.
it, it'll catch up.
Yeah, you know what I mean. If he's found guilty and he walks and he's in prison, they're not gonna be holding him under their wing that they got him under now. They're gonna be like, look, dude, now you're a big boy. It's time to step out.
Yep.
They're not gonna keep you in there forever, and they'll tell you that too when you're in there.
Here's a question from Criminal Network. Did
Sure, what
Rick
is it?
kill the girls?
Yeah, I think he did, but I'm going into this with an open mind. So prior to coming into trial, yes, I would say that I think Rick Allen is the guy. But
Yeah, I agree. But
from the evidence I've seen so far, I've not seen anything that's 100% that says yes beyond a reasonable doubt to me so far in the first week of trial.
yeah, see, that's where I'm at, dude. And I'm like, my.
We've gotten most of the evidence at this point.
Well,
I do believe we might still have the motorcycle cover, whatever was left in the car, and possible tire tracks that was also.
Charles, are you serious?
I said if there was anything involving the car. Learn to listen.
No. They're not going to bring that up at all.
I'm going to jump off of here, but I do want to thank everybody. Zero Cool, obviously. Judge, Jessica, I'm sorry I didn't read a lot of your stuff. Mara R, I love you. I know you probably don't like me. DB, all eyes. I still listen to you. Everybody else in here, man. Y'all are fucking great. So, y'all take care and have a good night, alright?
Peace
Die
out.
in the fire.
Peace, Paradox. We appreciate you, man. We appreciate you, man.
Yeah, take care, Fiend.
Peace, dude.
I love that I'm so loved in this chat. God.
You're really not. I've been trying to read everything, and I know I'm still online, but I'm leaving right now.
It's nice to not be the most disliked one for once.
You know what? I'm used to it, guys. I own that
Everybody
shit.
likes Charles. Charles, everybody likes you. Okay, relax.
Yeah.
Everybody likes relax.
Ever heard the rumor that he stored his clothes in a railroad car? I think I heard that earlier. Somebody in another chat was saying it or
No,
whatnot.
I've never heard that once.
Who did?
I can't remember the exact name of the person that was saying it. I think it might have been Marv's live, if I remember right. But somebody was saying something about he might have stored clothes and other things inside of a train car or some shit.
So
I'm not saying it's
I can,
impossible, but you
I
know.
can see, I can see where.
So all these things, Charles, all these things, like, you have to imagine, is this the sort of thing they're going to bring it in front of a jury in a trial?
Bro, have you seen their case so far? They might.
Yes or check no.
When this case is that weak, they might.
No, they're not going to. They're not going to. We've gotten this far in this trial.
But I wasn't talking about what they were planning to show the jury. I was answering a question from the chat, jackass.
But that's not real stuff.
Well, the question was real.
All the questions are real, but they're not real. They're not based in reality.
Yeah, but if somebody says my name and asks me a question, I'm going to answer it. That's just how it goes. Common courtesy.
They're not gonna. Dude, we've already gotten this far in this trial. We're in the trial.
I don't think Reno's supposed to testify now. At least not that I know of.
No, I'm not testifying.
No.
Yeah.
Right. Reno's not testifying.
I know. No, that's what Fiend does. It's okay. I'm used to it.
No, I'm not testifying, nor would I want to if they asked.
Hell no.
How fucking.
No, man, I'm there to see what happens. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not even streaming that much because I just want to know.
Right. No, dude, I respect that.
You know, it's just a lot different coming down to like the here and, you know, like when you're here and like I'm seeing everything and seeing the people and stuff and like, you know, looking at Richard Allen and you know, like just being right there next to him, you know what I mean? And like looking at him and having him turn around and look at you and like just sitting next to his wife and all these other people that cover this case. Some of them I never even heard of. They got pretty large channels that just showed up. And it's like, where the hell did these people come from? It's
they're just fishing for views.
We're thankful for the people that showed up and are with large channels.
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of people. There's a lot of people.
It's not a lot. It's a few people, but
there's probably about 9 people here, but that's all that's here. You know what I mean? Other than the family members, it's only podcasters. And maybe a couple fans that show up every now and then. You know, the people that follow the case, like through social media. That's it. It's crazy.
Marv's opening statement analysis was fantastic. She gave a really good overview of the opening statements. A really good overview of that.
That's cool. She goes over it. She writes it down 24/7.
Tom Webster is trying his best to do some coverage, and he's been doing a great job. Andrea's doing a great job. Lawyer Lee is there. Bob's there. Murder Sheet's there, but
Murder Sheet.
Who gives a fuck what they say?
Yeah, Murder Sheet. You know, I've seen other people that got different like channels or whatever, like Hidden True Crime. I think her name's Lauren.
Right, but dude, Hidden True Crime is not good. She tried to show the routes and stuff, and like she's just completely wrong about like 90% of the shit that she says.
Well, you know what? If she's wrong, man, like if someone tells her, like, hey, say, hey, I'll walk her right out there and show people. Because I was showing people the other, I showed people right out there. I said, hey,
Be
you want to jump this thing? We're gonna
way
go across.
better. You'd be way better at doing that than she is. Like,
And that's
yeah,
what I want to do.
yeah, because you actually know the area. Like, I've been there.
I mean, I was taking people to Ron
I know you've been there. Like, yeah, I know way more than the hidden true crime, because hidden true crime doesn't know shit. They don't know anything.
Exactly. And so check this out. So this is what I was deciding to do. So like each day after court, so like they went over the crime scene photos the one day, like it was on a Monday, I was sitting in there. And so after looking at all that, I was looking at the photos and I was, jotting down notes and was like, okay, this tree, this tree, this tree, this tree, it's right here, it's right here. And as soon as that happened, I went right back to the crime scene and filmed the exact spot what they were showing, to like, just to be able to be like, okay, here's this. And then take people there, and be like, here, look, this is where they're talking about. So this is exactly where the bodies were laying, is right here and right here. And I'm trying to capture all this footage so I can put together like video footage, like of what we're doing to show you like what's being said in court, and then go into the actual crime scene. Like, where is down the hill? I took people over there and was like, here's where it is. Here's where they're saying this happened and this happened and this happened. So they can get an eye view on what's happening like in the courtroom afterwards, which has kind of helped because it's hard for them to understand it when they're just hearing it said without seeing maps and stuff. And they don't always show the maps in the court.
Right. They should. I mean, I think
should.
It's an important context cue. Like dude,
I thought about making them a video.
Dude, I'll run out there and hang out with you anytime you want, dude. Like,
you should come, man. You should definitely come. And even if you don't like me, come meet me.
No, you're fine.
Just come out here, man. I'd like it. So today I'm gonna go clean up the memorial site for the girls. I'm getting some mulch and gonna paint some pumpkins and just drop them off there, just to take a day and just go out there and just make it look nicer for the people that come out there. So that's all I'm doing today. I'm gonna go into court this morning, and then after that, I'm going over there and cleaning up that site. So I got to get some rest, guys. It's 1:00 and it's cold outside, so I'll see you guys. I'm inside right now, but I'll be live from the courthouse later.
All right.
All right, guys.
Be safe, man.
Thank you very much. Thanks for talking about this, guys. Later on.
Peace, dude.
Yep.
All right. What else do you want to talk about, Fiend?
I don't know. Green is a character. I don't completely dislike him.
No, I investigated the fuck out of him like 5 years ago. So yeah.
Okay. I don't do that.
Oh, it's okay. He knows. We've had conversations about it in the past. I'm pretty damn well blunt when I working a case or whatever, even though, yeah, not much else to do.
I mean, same, but like the fact is, there's not much to go off of right here.
No, as far as we know, there's not much to go off of. I mean, we weren't the ones that actually did the investigation and collected the evidence and all the other stuff, so we're basically relying on the law enforcement on doing what they were supposed to have done in the first place, which is still debatable.
Well, that's just not true. That's just not true, Charles. Like, we've done more investigation than.
That's for sure.
We've likely done more investigation than law enforcement has done. Sad reality, but a truthful thing.
That's another thing that bothers me. People always assume that I was stuck on one side or the other, and this and that and the other. If somebody would actually have taken 5 minutes and actually conversated with me, you would actually.
You're
but
okay.
Let the people think what they want.
You're fine. Like, I know what Charles is about.
The only thing anybody should have been about, and that is finding justice for the two girls that no longer are with us. Period. All this arguing, all the drama, all the bullshit that goes along with it, none of that matters.
Right. It's not okay. There's this entire situation is not cool.
But yeah, one day people will know the entire story of why I was in the group that I was and all the other stuff, and you'll will all learn that it had nothing to do with who I thought was responsible for these murders whatsoever. But right now I can't say. But one day, maybe.
Oh, you don't want to tell them that?
I can't tell them right now, dude. I know I told you, but we gotta keep them on the low. They all assumed that I was troll farmed, blah, 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 for a specific reason. Well, it was for a specific reason, but yeah. It's a weird ass story, but until all the tentacles are either gathered up or cleared, I can't really say much about it. Oh, you know, DB, the troll farm, you know them people, you know.
The troll farm. We all know.
Yeah, there's the knot. There's the fence setters, and then there's the knot, and then there's the troll farm. I either get along with all of them, or they all hate me. It's all fine.
Well, I don't hate you, Charles.
I love everybody. It's cool.
No, you're fine. Like I think that you've got like a decent like grounding, and you're fine. Like people can think what they want to think. Like that's a fair position. Fair position for anybody. There's a lot of people that don't stay in that position.
Plus, I'm on a spare right now, so I can see you anyways.
And a lot of people that just want to influence.
I don't get the point of it. I mean, if the evidence and all that shit should speak for itself, and you shouldn't have to be trying to convince people to believe in the same bullshit that you believe in.
Right.
And you shouldn't be relying on creators and shit to get your information either. You should be getting off your ass and going and making the investigation your fucking selves.
Well, no, I mean that's something that's not like very realistic because most people cannot do that.
Well, they could try at least. Gosh.
Well, they can't. And they gotta rely on something.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, at least rely on the creator to get you far enough along where you can just check something yourself just to verify that it's legit. Then you can move on. I don't know, I get like 100 questions every day.
All eyes thinks I'm making some Freudian slips.
You think about some dick or something, bruh?
Stop.
Who's got 25 alternates? I got much more than that.
Do you?
Yeah. I think Prof's got me banned like 40 times by now.
I'm one person all the time, every time. I'm only one person.
I have never lied from the get-go. All my alternates usually have my name in it, except for the main account, which is just whatever. But no, I was a troll.
All eyes is mad at me because I would entertain hanging out with Anthony Reno, and I wouldn't. I'll go chill with him.
I'm not much of a people person. I don't know. I'm not gonna say. I could be in the same room with him and things would be fine, I guess. I don't like specific things that I've heard about.
People take
them.
things way too
Yeah.
seriously. Like people take things way too seriously. I
got banned from Crime Night too. Joe's an asshole.
well,
I think I've been banned everywhere.
deservedly, Charles. Deservedly,
Yeah.
Charles.
No, I deserved every ban. I will take. Well, not every ban, but most of them. At least I'm not bad like Dan. He tries too fucking hard. Seriously.
The thing is, people in Texas don't understand how people in Indiana are.
Don't look at me. I'm an idiot in fucking Florida.
Right.
Y'all crazy.
No, I'm
Y'all
not talking
nuts.
about you. Fuck you. Look at you. Would I hang out with an Indiana guy? Yeah. Well. Yeah.
I'm supposed to hang out with some Indiana chicks, man, but they all damn well sound the same, man. It's creepy.
Charles.
Swear to God, dude. I'm gonna get a live going one day with the 5 of them I know, and I'm gonna ask people if they can pick out who's who. Ooh, I can make fun of JLR. No, I probably shouldn't. Mara will kill me.
Oh, you can. Oh no, JLR fucking sucks, dude. That guy fucking sucks. I do not like JLR.
One of my favorite moments
I
is
will
when
go
Jinx
hang out.
told him to
I
shut
will
the
go
fuck
hang
up.
out with San Bernardino, and I will not go hang out with the JLR.
Yeah, I will agree with you there. I would much rather hang out with Greeno than I would JLR.
Yeah,
Just saying.
1,000,000%. A million. JLR is a nasty fucking lying little bitch. And he's a punk, dude. And he fucking dude. I'll beat JLR to a pulp before I beat Green to a pulp. 1,000,000%.
I'm just gonna not comment on that whole fact. Yeah, that's probably
Well,
sad.
he ain't gonna show his fucking face.
If I was gonna say who would more likely get their ass beat, I think that'd be a different answer altogether. I'm gonna have to go by previous. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. But yeah, I wonder what else other than the fucking confessions and the other bullshit. Honestly, I don't
There's
see.
not going to be anything more, Charles. There's not going to be anything. We're at the end of the case.
They're gonna talk about confessions at least. Foolish mortal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, sure. And box cutter is definitely going to be one of them. They've telegraphed it to us. We know these things, like, because we're not stupid. It's not like we don't know.
I want to know more about the other knife and everything else, not the fucking box cutter.
Right, but you're not gonna know about those things.
No, we're not gonna be told shit. I know.
I'm gonna tell you about them. Yeah. So that's the whole fucking thing, isn't it, dude? That's the whole fucking thing.
Fuck this up big
They're
time.
not giving you the answers.
And it's in the middle of fucking hunting season. Why didn't he just shoot him? It makes no fucking sense to me. And don't tell me he made them cross the creek. That's bullshit too. It makes no logical fucking sense that he had them cross that fucking creek.
Well, what do you think? Hey, so we're gonna cycle back to the beginning. Wild speculation, like
right? Yeah, full speculation. None of this is confirmed, true or edgewise.
Like
okay. I think Libby ran like a motherfucker because she saw Abby Gate.
You think they just went down from the north side?
I think, okay, what I believe happened is what we see
I
in the
think that's a
video.
pretty plausible thing to believe. But like, I
think
want
he
to see
led
you
them single file down the hill with Abby in front of him and
on the
Libby in
south
front of
side.
her.
Which side?
Dude,
Which side?
I'm talking about towards the hill, man. Towards the fucking hill, bro.
Which
Come on.
side?
The part where the people live at and not the part with the trails, man. I'm guessing
So
it's the south side. I don't fucking
on the
know.
south side at the Weber backyard. That's where you think this happens.
No, I don't think it was even meant to get that far. I believe he intended to do the crime right there on the right side of the creek. Simple as that. I believe he needed to eliminate one of the girls one way or the other, and he either knocked Abby unconscious or straight up fucking bludgeoned and killed her right then and there, which caused Libby to freak out and run across the creek towards the
Charles,
closest available help.
you're entering things that don't exist. We've already gone past the medical examiner. There's no blunt force trauma. That's not a thing.
Okay, she magically got marks on her head from some magical way that's not possible, that didn't exist. Okay, we'll comply with that. Whatever you want to say.
That's the answer. Like,
For a medical examiner that's already fucked up big time, they can't even tell me what the fucking time of death is. Okay, so I don't want to hear no bullshit from some bullshit fucking medical examiner.
we don't have anything else to go off of.
Welcome to fucking Indiana. That's all I'm gonna say.
I've been here the whole time, dude.
Swear to God. The point is, what I'm saying is, I believe Abby was attacked.
There is not evidence of blunt force trauma.
Okay, let's get back to the point. I believe Abby was attacked first because she needed to be eliminated, period. Whether he slashed her, stabbed her, hit her with the gun, it doesn't fucking matter. He needed to eliminate her because he needed to take his time with fucking Libby. Libby sees that shit. She either freezes, she flees, or she fucking fights.
You're
And
confusing
she fucking
Libby and
ran.
you're confusing Libby and Abby, and you're
No, I'm
missing
not.
out. You're also completely missing out on at what
Whose
point
shoe was on the right side?
at what point were they stripped naked?
Oh, after he attacked him, obviously.
Yeah. So rewind. Then what?
What
What
are we
is?
rewinding? I just literally told you what I thought happened.
No, but you didn't. You missed the point where they were stripped.
I didn't even get to that point because you keep interrupting.
No, I'm just asking you to explain it.
But I didn't even bring up the stripping yet, and that's what you're asking about. What I'm saying is, like I said, he needed to eliminate one. Why? Because he was by himself and he couldn't handle both girls at the same time and keep control over the situation. So, for whatever reason, whichever means that he used, he, I don't, did whatever he had to do to get Abby out of the fucking immobilized. Better? Okay. And in doing so,
Where entered the stripping point?
okay, you want to talk about a little girl? No, I'm just gonna shut up.
No.
But
Well, I'm just saying, like, at some point, you gotta. It
I
has to be.
believe there was a
It has to be a
struggle.
part of the narrative, right?
I know. I believe there was a struggle that probably started in the water as Libby tried to run, and that's where the clothes started coming up in the first place.
In the water, you're saying in the water. The this is where.
Okay, where were the clothes
Declothing
found?
happened.
Where were the clothes found? So is it that much of a jump in thought process or whatever to believe that that's where it started from? That is where the clothes were found.
Charles, but if your scenario is so like sound,
I didn't say it was them. This is just my, me throwing ideas out there, man.
Why is the prosecution so not willing
Do we really need to go
give this?
there?
No,
Because
the
they're
prosecution
fucking idiots.
isn't giving this. What you're saying, the prosecution isn't saying. It's only what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
The prosecution isn't saying that.
Good for them.
Only you are saying it.
How many fucking murders have they investigated?
So you're better than them.
No, I'm not saying they're better. I'm saying they're more experienced. That much I know.
You're better.
No, I'm not saying
You're
they're
a
better
better
whatsoever.
homicide investigator.
If you looked at the scene like any normal person would, you would see its case.
You're saying you're a better homicide investigator.
The ISP for the longest time didn't. Back then, weren't the ones in control of the scene. That was Carroll County.
Yeah.
Who have a total of, I believe it was 12 deputies and shit altogether. Were the girls left at the crime scene on the 13th? Of course they were at the crime scene the whole time. They never left. At least there's no evidence to show that they left, is the best way to put it, I guess. And like I said, this is all just my opinion. You don't have to listen to it. I'm not trying to convince anybody. This is what I figure happened.
Yeah, but dude, they don't think that's what happened.
I honestly don't know what happened. I'm just going by, like I said, we find one of Libby's shoes on the right side, and I'll keep calling you right side. I apologize. I'm not good with the whole north, south, east, blah 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 blah. But point is, the shoe being found there, I figure she took off running, and foot got stuck in the mud or something like that. Shoe comes off, boom. No, I'm cool with you asking questions. Ask whatever question you want. If I have an answer, I'll answer it. I'm not trying to be rude or anything, so I apologize if it seems so. Where's the two buddies? Where's the blood? There's a creek right there, yo. If he immobilized Abby, how hard is it to be to lean her head over the water and just... And if he attacked Libby while she was trying to make a run through the creek and was already in the water, once again... Now you can't say the girls were not there on the 13th. Now that's just, there's evidence that says otherwise. It just makes no sense.
Which evidence?
Witness testimony. I'm pretty sure if the cops actually decided to search all the cameras, I'm sure you'd probably find footage of Abby and Libby on there somewhere at the same time on the 13th.
You're so sure that the state's
No, I'm
already
just...
presented all of their evidence.
Well, I believe
Why
Abby...
are you so weird about that? The state's already presented all of their evidence.
And the state did a half-assed job. Plain out and civil. Do I believe that it's easily to find evidence that shows Abby and Libby were actually alive and there that day? Sure. I believe, yeah, multiple people seen them. Family members, I'm not even going to get into that because that's all anybody wants to do is family bash and, whatever floats your boat, but that's not my style, I guess.
Yeah, I'm not big on that either.
Oh yeah, it would cost it cost 20 grand just to go get a fucking internet picture. What do you expect? Once again, not trying to sound rude. What did I do? Oh my god. Because I said fuck. We family bash here? Fiend's trying to deep throat his mic at the moment. I apologize.
No, I'm trying to like plug
Don't forget to stroke the balls, bro. Don't forget to stroke the balls. No, you should start with. You should start with every investigation in a homicide should start with the family and the closest people around the victim. That is a fact. But the circle should get bigger and bigger and bigger once things just don't seem to add up. Betsy Blair saw the girls. Abby and Libby. I believe she's technically unreliable on her little description of Bridge Guide because I believe a little bit too far for her to get a clear, in my own personal opinion. But at the same time, she walked right past Libby and Abby. That's not whatever 50 feet or whatever the hell that was between the first pedestal or whatever and where she was standing.
Charles, you need to like set up your own YouTube channel.
I have. I just don't like talking to myself, so I don't like making a ton of lives.
Well, message me and I'll come talk to you.
Hell yeah, bro. I got you.
All right. Good night, y'all.
Night.